What's up, guys? This is Robby, aka Muzzafuzza, and this is the first episode of my podcast that I'm going to be starting to do.
Woo!
And I'm calling it the Trifecta podcast. I'm playing around with the name, but basically the reason I'm calling it the Trifecta podcast is because every week or every time I do this, maybe a couple times a week, I'm going to have two guests and me making for a trifecta of fucking awesomeness. And today, with me, we have none other than the reigning champion, the ultimate... Josh Burgess, ladies and gentlemen, a.k.a. Fuzzamuzza.
To Fuzza man, how's it going, peeps and homies?
Peeps and homies.
We're allowed to say last names now?
Josh's last name, because...
Hey, Burgess! Woo!
Yeah, there's so many Burgesses in the world, they're everywhere.
I guess that's true.
Josh Burgers.
Burgers. If you put that in your cell phone when you're texting, it comes up Burgers.
Really? Yeah, I've
serious.
tried texting you your last name, and it came up as Burgers. Josh. And also with me today is my girlfriend of 3.5 years almost, the love of my life,
Aww.
Mrs. Taylor. You don't get to hear her last name.
That's really my last name, so
You don't get to
Google
hear
it.
Scoot in a little
Google
bit.
it.
Just a little.
No.
Okay, you're going to have to talk louder. Get a little bass in your voice.
Become a man real quick, Tay.
Yeah,
I
we're
can't
actually
do a
lying.
man
This is
voice.
just a 13-year-old boy that we found on the street.
Yeah.
We're just pretending it's my girlfriend.
And his name's Taylor. Hi, how are you?
Oh yeah, Taylor is a
Good.
unisex name.
Good.
It's funny.
It's an awesome name.
It is
Josh
an awesome
isn't.
name.
You ever met a girl named Josh?
No.
I've met a girl named Cody.
That is
That's similar to the,
That's true.
Do I look like a Cody with an eye to you?
You know what? Shut
Cody
up.
with an eye.
Cody.
Why Cody with an eye? Why
Hey,
can't it be
Cody.
like Cody with a
That sounds like a
C?
slutty high school girl. Like Cody. Cody's just
Oh, I know a couple.
sucking dicks behind the gym class again.
I think that's probably
Damn it,
because
Cody.
the Cody in our high school did do that.
Let's... Okay, well...
I hope she doesn't remember us.
So anybody that's listening to this is the podcast. This is our first episode. These are our guests, and we're gonna just basically shoot the shit, just talk about different things. What is that?
It's off of Beauty and the Beast. When,
Oh.
You've
when
never seen
everyone's
that?
being our
I
guest.
You know they're
I haven't
making
seen
that
Beauty and the
3D
Beast in a
now.
long
Oh
time.
my God.
Or wait, it might not be Beauty and the Beast. One of the, I don't know, one of the
3D
Disney
movies are the shit,
They're
though.
making them 3D now.
Man, back
3D
in
movies are good now.
the
Like,
good old-fashioned Disney
I don't
movies.
think so.
They're
Yes,
so good.
yeah,
I don't want them to be
they're
made
better.
3D, but I
Me
want them to
neither.
just be awesome. They're core. They're so
Well, they-
good.
Well, of course I don't want them
They
3D. That would be weird. Like, who wants
They
3D
did it.
cartoons?
They're doing it though.
Yeah, I like 3D. Harold and Kumar,
Yes.
Immortals,
Oh, gosh.
Avatar,
Yes.
like all that
Yes.
stuff is awesome
I've
for
definitely
3D.
never seen any of those in theaters.
I should hit you
so
hard.
you-
Jesus.
Good, thanks.
I'm thinking about throwing this desk at you. I'm not gonna lie. You need something blunt in your face
My
right now.
favorite movie
Good.
was Bambi. I cried.
Oh my
every
God,
What?
Thumper,
time.
dude! Thumper was
Oh
my
my
inspiration.
God.
Thumper was my guy. I couldn't believe the skunk was a guy.
Oh,
I
that's-
never,
Wait, the skunk
that's
was a
really,
guy?
That's really cute.
It always threw me off. Like
Turns
right
out
at
the
end.
skunk was actually a cross-dressing skunk, kind of like Pepe Le Pew,
Oh,
but
that's
he
the-
used it to pick up bitches, like
Oh.
cats and
Good.
stuff.
Yeah.
Cats painted like skunks.
Yeah. Wow.
That's
You just
Yeah.
you're cute.
But we can pretty much talk about whatever we want to talk about. We'll jump from topic to topic and
As you
just
can see,
whatever
we
you
went
guys
from Pepe
until the
Le
FCC
Pew.
throws
Like,
it
how
down.
did we-
until the
tells us to stop.
FCC won't let be me.
Let me
Let-
be.
let
for
me-
Are you
me,
having
me, me.
issues?
I can't rap either because I'm just as white as.
We live in Montana, folks. It doesn't
Let's
get.
just put it that
It's
way.
like Montana, Wyoming, and Idaho are like the trifecta of white motherfuckers.
And the
You
dude
gotta
was-
It's just
include.
it's Mormons,
You have to include Utah. in
Mormons,
that, so
Republicans,
it's more
and
like
conservatives, just in a triangle
quad-
of
quad
fun.
festa.
Of fun. Of course, it's just so fun. Snows all the time. Bunch of old people. It's so much fun. So much stuff to do in the
It's a
Midwest.
blasty blast.
Yeah.
Picking on people.
We just go to Disneyland every
It
weekend
remind
and
me how much it
just
sucks
rave,
here.
rave through the whole week.
Definitely the weather blows right
Yeah.
now. So.
But we're used to small town living. Like, why don't we
I'm not
talk
really
about
used to
Sheridan?
that.
Oh,
Still
This
not
is
really
this is
used
how
to
we all
that.
know each other. We grew up in Sheridan, Wyoming.
Did not grow up there.
Well, Taylor
Lived
didn't grow up there, but she definitely had high school there and grew up with us there.
Yes.
Yes.
You
Yes.
kind of did.
I was there for like 3 years. Does that really count?
Let's start
as
with
growing
Josh,
up?
because Josh is the Sheridanite.
He
Josh
is.
was
I am
born
a
in Sheridan, raised in Sheridan,
18-year-old
homegrown.
veteran.
Veteran sheriff.
I was
I
able.
survived the mean streets of Sheridan, Wyoming.
Yeah.
We had to walk uphill both ways. Yeah, dude. Why don't you explain
What
let's
Sheridan's
see.
like?
Yeah, when
Sheridan's like
you were
any
born
crop.
in Sheridan.
It's like
What was
any
growing up
field.
in Sheridan like?
It's a boring desert wasteland of boring, no fun, Walmart is your funnest.
Walmart is the
mall.
tits.
It's the
Walmart
mall.
is where you go if you want to
It's
get
really
laid.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
You
There
can
is no
seriously-
bars, no
well,
clubs. No, you
You
go
can
to
go
Walmart.
there at
Walmart,
3 in
son.
the morning and you will
Walmart
find
is where we did
people
our
you
dancing.
know. It's so
Walmart
weird.
is where we did our partying and meeting up.
That's
and-
where you did your best public stunts.
Oh, dude,
That's where you
my
fuck.
buddy Lane is
my
literally
goodness.
banned from Walmart. Like, not for
He has
stealing,
caused
not for doing
so
anything
many
bad, but
issues.
for putting book. Do you guys remember book sleeves? Like the sleeves that go
Oh,
on book
yes.
protectors. He would put those on his feet, and we would go in with 10 or
And you'd
15
slide.
people, and we would slide around Walmart like we were ice skating in Walmart.
That is the most fun
That is so
activity
awesome.
ever.
and
Such a good idea.
just doing stuff like that and making giant toilet paper forts and
and
stuff
having
like that in
15
Walmart.
people in that.
Huge pillow fights in Walmart.
Were you in there for
Lightsaber
that?
wars. I would do all that shit. Yeah.
So fun.
Total segue. I actually felt a chick's tits in the Walmart parking lot when I worked there. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
Uh.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good job.
You don't want to give
It
him a
was
high
Right
five?
on.
It was when I was a
I'm
freshman.
sure it was nice.
It was
Freshman
when
in high school?
I was really
First
fat,
titty? First titty?
unconfident, and she was a senior in high
Was it
school.
your first titty?
Oh, was it that chick?
It was
I
that
remember you
chick.
saying
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
First titty feel?
That's cool.
You know,
Possibly.
maybe. Definitely wasn't the
The
first
world
time.
will never know.
Definitely wasn't the first
Wow.
time spanking it when I was a freshman.
Oh,
but-
spanking it. I've been spanking it since spanking it been spanking
Oh
it.
god.
I've been
Everyone's
spanking
been
it since I
spanking.
found a hole to put it in.
That's
Are
something
we
that needs.
really? Are we really?
This is something that
Wow.
needs to be talked about, Taylor. It needs to be more
Okay.
brought into the public
I-
eye.
Everyone
Sure
poops.
it does.
Everyone poops.
Everyone pees.
Everyone masturbates.
And everyone masturbates.
Everyone likes sex, no matter how much they say they don't. And a partridge in a pear tree. So there you go.
It is
That
Christmas.
was great.
Thank you.
That was a good finish.
I love Christmas. Christmas
Good
is
monologue.
so good.
I don't like
Segue.
Christmas.
So we just transitioned from masturbating to Christmas.
Okay, let's get back to
So-
Sheridan. Let's
Let's
talk
get back
about where
to,
we're.
Let's get back to masturbating. Come on. Focus up.
All right, so what else, Josh? So you felt your first titty.
In Sheridan?
Let's talk about before
Oh,
high school,
man.
though. What was elementary? And because I went to elementary school in Sheridan too. I've lived in Sheridan 2 separate times. I went 4th and 5th grade, and 6th and 7th and 8th, and then I moved away.
See,
and then I
I-
came back for the tail end of high school.
See, dude, I turn off my memory when it comes back to 15
You don't remember
years.
anything
yeah,
from
you don't
I
elementary?
try
that.
not to.
Okay,
dude. I was
let's just shoot. What's like any? Do you have any elementary? Because
were
I have a
you
few
in,
that
like,
are
elementary
crazy.
football and-
Yeah, elementary school. Do you guys remember when it got really, really, really snowy, and then you roll the biggest snow,
Huge
like, the biggest
snowman.
ball you can, and then you get underneath it with a spoon?
And
you
there's
get underneath-
6 children,
There's, like,
6 little
9,
40-pound kids, just like monumentally pushing on this
Yes.
600-pound snowball, trying to make the biggest snowman possible.
Every recess, that's what every kid.
That's
we
how
did.
it was.
I
Is
brought
that really
spoons.
what it's like?
That's
Oh
how it
my
was in
God.
Sheridan.
That's
Elementary?
really what it's like in Sheridan?
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
what we
It's
did.
weird. I don't know.
You
like-
would build huge snowmen.
Big. Like we worked hard.
Okay,
dude.
so you want to hear something funny? So Phoenix,
Slaves.
what we did, it was more like we would dig holes because we didn't have snow.
Oh yeah, you.
So
oh,
our
I,
thing
would, I
was-
have a history of digging holes.
I
Yeah.
used to dig holes too.
Our thing was like whoever could make I used to be able to fit my whole arm underneath this cave that I made underneath the ground and yeah, it was weird. But our thing wasn't making huge snowballs or
Think about-
snowmen. It
in
was,
elementary
making
school
holes
in
the
Sheridan.
ground.
In elementary school in Sheridan, everyone wanted to bury everyone else. So there would be 6 or 7 kids every single recess, buried to their heads under the
Little heads
under the wood
all over
chips.
the place.
And you could tell who got buried that day because their clothes would just be so dirty and just nasty. Like elementary kids are no
That's
joke, like some of the
hilarious.
grossest kids
They
ever.
really
Yeah,
are.
we really
And
are.
dude,
So sticky.
playgrounds are like the dirtiest place. They're dirtier than
Oh.
shitty bathrooms. Yes, they
No.
are.
Yeah, they
Playgrounds.
really are.
Playgrounds are the
Well,
most dirty
maybe-
place
That's
on
why
earth.
that's why they got rid of the
It's
wood,
in a magazine,
the wooden
bro.
ones.
Oh.
Is because
Like
they
this
have all
is
the,
researched. Playgrounds
It's
Yeah.
in
are
a magazine.
They
It's
really
been
are.
out there.
playgrounds are the nastiest places you can go.
That's why they got rid of the wooden gymnasiums is because they
I would get splinters and shit.
Dude,
well, yeah, they're really unsafe. And then when it rains, it absorbs all the water, and it's really unsafe and unsanitary. So
Think
that's
about
why they
this.
do the plastic ones.
Think about this. Kids now in elementary schools have all this new technology and stuff. There's going to be no reason for kids wanting to make giant snowballs or going digging or
Yeah,
burying
have you seen
little kids.
the electric playgrounds with all the electronics?
No way.
Yeah, it's
There's
it's like a game.
In Sheridan.
Like they've got
No
games.
shit.
There's one in Sheridan.
Yeah.
You can go out to
Oh,
Bighorn
yeah,
Bighorn.
Bighorn
It's
school,
It's
and there's
so much
electronic
fun.
games
Yeah,
for the
it's
little
so
kids on the
fun.
playground.
I remember
Have
that
you
one,
played
actually.
it before?
Yeah, they have like
It's
Simon
super
Says
fun.
and all
There.
sorts of
Yeah.
stuff.
We went out there one night,
And
and
we played
there was
around.
construction. It was under construction. And we
And you climbed up a crane like 30
all the way-
feet.
Yeah,
Like 30 feet
that.
up.
I remember that too. That was.
I
that was
hid.
like-
I hid on the roof, and you guys had
Who
no
else
clue
came?
where I was.
I think me and Lane.
Me, you,
someone else
Lane,
came up
Taylor,
with me.
there was
a couple
another
girls.
chick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was Lane and I that were on the roof. Because we were hiding from everyone, like on the roof.
I went
And you
30
guys
feet
like
up.
came onto the roof and like were.
They actually ended up getting
cool.
arrested for breaking into that school.
Yeah,
Really?
that's where
Cops came with
yep.
M16s and busted Lane and Bryce and Alex Clearwater and I think some other people.
Man,
Yeah.
that's funny. That's just good
Yeah,
times.
was it? Oh, never
That's
mind. I don't know.
memories.
There was other people there that didn't get busted though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah, we have so many crazy. This is why I thought Sheridan and like where we're all from would be a good
Well,
topic
because we
have
came
so
up.
many.
We always came up.
We have
with
so many
really,
random funny stories we can tell.
Because we always
Man.
came up with really weird things to do to pass the time because it was so
Yes.
boring.
Well, see,
We
I
had
was
some really fun.
See, not me. Sheridan was a bad experience. I never really liked Sheridan. I was.
Well, I didn't either.
Well, no, I
Yeah,
mean,
no one really liked Sheridan.
man, it was hard for me growing up though.
You weren't a social butterfly until late high school.
No, yeah, and those years were hard. I'm just trying to remember some of like the other.
Yeah, do you
times.
remember any specific crazy times from elementary or middle school?
Middle-
I could talk middle school a little bit. I was friends with JJ and Lane, and all we wanted to do all day, every day was skate, but we would always go get into trouble in weird places, like getting kicked out of Kmart, kicked out of Walmart, like
That definitely
getting
doesn't
chased,
surprise me.
getting chased by people who wanted to like hold us and wait for the cops to get there. We would get like chased, like, and we would just run, and we
You
were
guys
only like
were some-
we
you
were
guys
little
were
like
punks.
yeah,
though.
we were like 4'8" to like 5'2", so we were these short little 14-year-old fuckers, punk skater kids.
Don't
You guys
forget
were
your
little
voice
assholes.
was like 20 times higher.
Oh,
than it is
so
now.
much higher.
Dude.
My balls dropped when I was 14. When I was 14, I finally like my voice cracked and got super deep. Now people think I'm a rapist.
Oh,
so
dude,
it's like,
okay.
but
That's awful.
but basically, yeah, I have some old skate videos.
Oh my God, they're
and
hilarious.
My voice
Come on,
is
guys.
my
Yeah,
voice is
it's
so
like
high
that.
pitched,
It's
and
like
we were
that.
all just skating around. Yeah,
Oh,
we would get
man.
kicked out of places before school and after school. Like we would skate at like 6:30 in the morning and get kicked out of Holy Name Church for skating their stairs. A pastor would come out in full robes, looking like the fucking Pope, and going, "You damn kids, you."
Those
Like,
guys are the nuns are scarier than the.
any Catholics
And
are
them,
scary.
I would
Catholics
never
are very
touch
scary.
A crazy nun. Are you kidding me? No way. Nuns are
Legs hurt.
crazy.
Sorry.
You're just like
Very high
ripping
maintenance
them.
right
You're
now.
like,
See, that's what I was doing. I was itching myself for the last 10 minutes, just kind of just thinking of stuff to think
I
about.
think you have crabs, dude.
I might.
Gotta
On
get
your
it checked
legs?
out. Gotta go.
maybe you should just shave your.
I have a
legs.
very crazy type of crabs. They're actually all over me right now. You want a big hug? Come
No,
on.
I don't.
Come
Thanks.
here.
No. Do you mean you have lice? Is that what you mean?
No, I just have
I
bugs
think-
crawling
Isn't
on me.
crabs
I
just
think
like
no,
lice?
crabs. Yeah, crabs are basically they're like lice.
So
And if
you're
somebody was
shaved,
if
then you
somebody
won't
was
get it.
really hairy, they could have crabs all over their body.
Except they have little
No,
claws,
it's lice.
so
It would
They
be
have
lice.
claws?
I have no idea.
Wouldn't it be?
Yeah, dude, they have claws and big heads with 3 eyes and
Wouldn't it just be lice though?
Huh?
I mean, lice is like, it's just a type of bug. Like, are they two different
See,
types
they're
of
they're,
bugs?
they're a different type.
They're
Yeah,
a different
Oh.
type for sure.
crabs.
Weird.
Crabs just
I don't
look,
think you
they
could
look
get-
I mean, on the subject of STDs, I mean, we could talk about this for the rest of the podcast.
Could we? Do you know? Do you know
Well, there's just
specifically? Have
there's
you
so
been
many
there?
there's so many different kinds. I paid attention
Oh,
in
there's
sex
so many
ed.
different
Oh,
colors.
You guys
I'm-
remember
I'm
sex
sure
ed in
it was
Sheridan?
Sex ed that you learned it in too.
Sex ed in Sheridan.
They all smell different. What?
Sex education where we grew up was really
Oh,
weird.
so bad.
I remember
God.
in 5th grade we had to do one, and then I had to do another one in 8th grade. But in the 5th grade one, they literally passed around like genitals,
Oh, I was gonna say
What?
like
passed
fake.
out.
You had to
Did you?
check nuts, fake nuts, and you had to check them for a lump. You had to check a fake,
so
fake
bad.
little nutsack, like a
So
plastic
did someone
nutsack.
like make them, or were they actually like plastic ones that you?
Probably
Was,
made
was
in
this
China.
actually a giant black
Weird.
dildo, Robbie?
No, there was no
That's
dick.
Weird.
Dick would have been too much, but a nutsack, and the girls got a fake boob that they had to find the lump, and it was just
remember
about
they
checking
had
for cancer.
I don't know. Like I had my sex ed in Phoenix, so it was a lot different.
Oh my god.
It was
my-
a lot
It
different.
was,
was-
it was taught by like a
dude,
Latino guy.
dude,
Hey
okay.
man.
Okay, so I was so poorly educated in sex when I was in my younger years. So I didn't know what circumcised was.
Okay.
Oh wow.
And I didn't know like if it was a disease. I had no idea. I was young. I was like,
Dude, is it a
circumcised?
disease? Am I gonna get the circumcised?
I don't know.
Dude.
I was scared shitless. So then I was like, okay, I'm with a couple of my friends way back in the day. You remember like Will and Jacob? All of
Yeah.
them? Okay, so we're just like hanging out in my house, and then I'm just like,
I didn't know you hung out with Jacob Hirschman.
Oh, big time, dude.
Yeah. You should hit him up. He's still cool. He still plays music and stuff.
Anyway.
Gosh.
Oh man. Okay. So, fuck.
You were with them. You were with them.
Yes, I was with them, and then we were talking about like random stuff and like porn magazines, and then we just started getting on topic of sex and stuff, and I was like, so they started talking about circumcision, and I was like, oh god.
How old were you?
I must have been like, I remember 10, I think.
10?
Yeah.
You guys are talking about circumcision and porn?
Yeah,
Okay,
dude.
so
Kids.
I didn't know what circumcision
Let him go on, let him
was
go on.
until I was like 15.
15?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, see,
wow.
Okay, so
No
anyway,
clue.
we're talking about it, and I'm just like, am I circumcised? I don't even know. I don't even know what it is. So I started to...
Yes. Yes, he is.
So then they...
That's great.
So they started to like laugh at me because I was like, I didn't know. They knew, but they wouldn't tell me. So then I had to go ask my mom.
Oh, no.
So I went up to my mom.
Oh, God.
Hey, Mom,
Am
am I circumcised? And then she just looked at me with a really weird face and just said, yes, you are. And I just was like, what?
No!
I hope it's okay.
I hope it's a good thing.
4 years later, I find out what it really means, and I'm just like, oh, wow. Oh, God. All right.
Damn.
You're like, wow, my mom.
I'm such an
Wow.
idiot. Yeah, it was good
Okay,
times.
what about you? When did you learn about dicks, Taylor? When did you learn about the glories
Okay, so-
of the shaft and the balls?
So I
and the...
literally had no idea what circumcision
Mm?
was until
Given
after until after I touched my first dick.
Wow.
I know that's sad. I know that's really
What's
sad.
that?
That's weird.
Well,
That's
After I
weird.
touched my first dick.
Yeah.
I think that was when I learned too, and I was like 6. What?
When I touched my first dick.
Uncle Jim never really talked about it after that. I don't
Your
know.
Uncle Jimbo.
Uncle Diddles.
I don't know. It's not something.
When I grow
I thought I was well informed.
I'm going to
Apparently
teach my
wasn't.
kids properly. Sex education.
When they're 3. We're gonna watch porn together.
Totally.
Hardcore, triple gaping anal,
Dude,
double
they're going to
penetration.
retain it, and it's going to be great information.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're going to retain
At
it.
3, yeah, it's a great idea.
At 3, I don't think so.
Yeah, totally kidding.
Your porn idea was brilliant, though.
So good.
Dude, you
Just-
just put it into their head when they're not.
It's not like
even
it's
really...
gonna traumatize them or anything.
Oh my god. We are not having kids together.
For life.
I'm just not gonna have kids.
Oh man, you guys would have some cool kids.
We'd have some cute kids.
I would have some badass.
Have you
kids.
seen
You
Due
guys would
Date?
have cool kids.
You've seen Due
Badass
Date.
kids.
You've seen Due Date, right?
Of course.
Remember when he's masturbating?
What?
He's masturbating in the car.
No, I don't recall.
Oh yeah.
And the dog is masturbating.
Oh yeah,
With
that's
him.
right.
Yeah.
And there's a guy sleeping next to him.
This is gonna be
Yes.
about another 30 minutes. Don't
That's
worry. guys.
awkward.
Yeah, I remember that.
When did you first start beating the meat, Josh?
Beating the meat. For
You're
me.
really talking about this?
Man, I remember those days when you were like younger and you always were sleeping in your bed.
Yeah.
You were wondering why you
Dude,
had
do
a
you remember
freaking
seeing your
hard
first
on.
pair of titties on TV when you're
Oh
like
my God.
9?
Titanic.
This is
Titanic was the first
Titanic?
tit. Yes, it was. The first tit I ever saw. Because it goes to that cutscene where they're like making love and
Yeah.
shit. And then it just slowly, for half a second, you could see her right tit. That's all I could see.
And you were just like,
No.
ugh.
Left it.
That
And you
wasn't
pause
the
your
first
VCR.
For
Well,
me,
it had
got
to
the
have been, no,
Jergens.
it had to have been when she stripped off her clothes.
Oh,
for the
that's right,
picture.
'cause that- then it just
she
fell
was
off and now
definitely
I
full
can
on
see.
naked.
Yep.
Yeah, you
You
saw
can-
naked too.
that's, hey, it was
Yep.
hot, and I liked it.
Oh my
I used to.
God.
I
And I
used
got the
to.
littlest red boner. I couldn't help it.
Wow. Wow.
I used to-
Thanks
I used
for
to stay
that.
up-
Thanks
What?
for
It's
that.
true.
I used to stay up past my bedtime, and my parents would always watch like R-rated movies after I went to bed, and I always knew they were on, so I'd like ninja. I would ninja around the house. Dude, you guys remember creeping around your house? You
Trying to
you-
stay up
You think
wouldn't
your
tell.
parents aren't gonna notice? You're like
Oh
behind
my
the couch while they're on
Yep.
the couch.
And then they just say,
Like
Robby, and then you're like, damn, you just gotta run back downstairs and try again. I've done that like.
it was
oh.
the movie Showgirls. I don't know if you remember Showgirls. It's
Yes.
a '90s movie about strippers, and
Wow.
that was my
Yes.
first like wow. Whoa! I was just like, girls.
They're super tall, skinny. Yeah.
Whoa! I don't care if they have cooties. I want cooties. Like, I was probably like 7 or 8 years old.
I want
I want
cooties.
cooties.
That's awesome. Oh man.
What
That's
else?
such a weird concept, cooties.
Masturbation?
Yeah.
No,
No,
cooties.
cooties.
That's something that's made up.
No,
this-
cooties.
okay,
Yeah, it's like the
word
AIDS for little
cooties.
kids.
No, wait. The word cooties. Who made that up? Some like person of
It's
like,
old
30,
school.
Some
It's
35-year-old
old
thought
school.
of
It's
the
like
word
from like
cooties.
it's from like old like before World War II times. So at least the
Really?
30s, maybe older.
Yeah, who came up with
They
such a
wanted to
silly
keep
word?
it's just another way for them to keep society in line. They said they don't want little kids fucking or diddling each other, which happens a lot more than people talk about, like a lot more. they wanted to, establish a way to keep kids away from each other. So they say, girls are girls have cooties, boys have cooties, you're going to get cooties, blah, blah, blah. And in turn, what it did for me anyways, is it taught there was warfare on the battlefield when it came to when it came to like recess.
Yep.
Boys hated girls.
Yes.
There was always boys and girls getting in fights and like telling on each other.
Oh my god, always.
Until they grew up and started having sex. That's how they settled their differences.
With teachers.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Oh.
That was
that's,
now.
I think that's a new. Yeah,
there was no teacher that ever molested anybody, I don't think, that I know from Sheridan.
Damn it.
But there was a teacher in Sheridan that got busted for selling mushrooms, weed, acid, and a bunch of other drugs.
Mr. Clark?
No. Mr. Clark? No, dude.
Oh.
That's my parents' friend. He's a good guy.
We should probably not say names.
We're not bringing names, don't worry. But I know his name, and he was crazy, and he had weird, long white hair. He looked like a weird dude. Really weird ugly
dude.
face.
And
he had a long white hair in a ponytail, and he was a history teacher. And he was selling drugs. And I remember this specifically because I was into gaming when I was in 6th grade. So I was like trying to play video games. I was playing PS2. And he wanted me to and other kids in the class to like let him borrow our PS2 games.
What?
The teacher. Because he wanted to play them.
What a cool
What a
dude.
Weirdo.
He just did drugs and played video games, and he was a history teacher.
That's cool, but the drugs.
But he ended up getting busted. He was a really weird guy.
What kind of drugs was he selling to the teenagers?
He wasn't selling to any teenagers. He was selling drugs to make extra money, not to teenagers.
Oh, well, how old were they?
He was just selling drugs to friends and shit. He got busted.
Oh. Well, that's kind of.
Well, see, that's different then. She was scared.
I think he was selling bad drugs, though. I don't know.
Oh, if he was selling,
I think he might have been selling
cocaine?
Maybe cocaine. I don't know. I don't know the
coke,
full.
Okay,
I don't
coke
know,
and up, that's too far.
Cocaine and heroin are like the new rage in Sheridan now too.
Oh, it's all the hit.
It's all the
It's
rage.
all the rage, guys.
They're like, yeah, let's go.
Don't you want to be cool?
It's weird.
Man.
It's weird. I don't know. It wasn't
Above
really
the
there.
influence, kids.
It really wasn't there. When
Straight
we
edge. Cut my wrist and black my eyes.
Are we really? Wow. Okay.
Hey, that's my kind of stuff.
So what else, Josh? Let's
You're a
see.
Hawthorne
So
Heights fan.
one story that I really want you to tell for the podcast, and I've been thinking about this one a lot, is your first experience with a Playboy magazine.
Oh my god.
This is one of the greatest childhood stories
Oh god.
I've ever heard. And it's so
my
detailed, and there's so
God.
many different things about it that are great. Like
I don't know. I hope we're thinking about the same story.
we are with the bike.
Yeah,
and
you got it. Okay.
Okay, let's hear it.
Oh boy. Okay, so how old was I? I don't even remember that.
Don't.
I was probably like 13, 14. Like I was really just like into my dick at this time. So, I was like, man, I really want.
We were friends. We were best friends.
Okay, so anyway, I lived back in my hometown, Sheridan, Wyoming, and my family lived close by at the time, so I was lucky. My cousin lived like 2 blocks away, and he was a lot older than me. He was like 22 at the time, so I mean, I was like, this is my idol. He was so much cooler than me because he was of his age. So he actually left for like a week, and I was just kind of bored, and I was like, I wonder what's hiding in his room. I bet there's something.
So you just go snooping?
I bet I could find something. He's 22.
Dude, little kids do that.
That's
if you
really-
leave a little kid alone in a house, they will look through every
They will
drawer.
find
They will find
I did it
everything.
all the
They will find
time.
everything.
Yeah.
I love looking for shit. That's the best time. So anyway, I was like, I gotta go over there. I'm gonna go check it out. So I start to write. I tell my mom because I need an excuse to get over to their house without her raising suspicion. So I'm like, hey mom, I gotta go grab something I left over there. Some blah, bye. And so she's like, okay, bye. Wear your helmet. So I'm driving past the rodeo grounds. I'm driving up towards the high school. They kind of live over there. And I go into the house. I say hi to my Aunt Jeannie. Hi, Aunt Jeannie. Bye, Aunt Jeannie. My cousin's room's downstairs, so I didn't really want to waste time talking to my Aunt Jeannie. She's not important at the time.
No, dude, you needed porn.
Sex. Yeah. So I'm going into my cousin's room, and I'm like, okay, here we go. He has a cat named Slurpee. He's a little asshole. He started scratching me. I was pissed.
No, fucking Slippery!
No, he was in there guarding his shit, and it was annoying.
Dude.
So I throw the cat out the door. Hard.
Throw it. You threw it. You might have well punted it.
And so I'm just snooping like I'm snooping, like I'm digging through, I'm doing Dexter style, just looking around, checking for evidence of anything. And I finally come right next to his, what's it called? The thing next to your bed, the desk next to your
Like a
bed.
nightstand?
Nightstand, thank you. In his nightstand, he has a drawer. And I go, what's in the drawer? Oh my God.
Just porn and condoms and
There was at least a 20 stack of just good Playboy magazines that I was just like, my eyes open, and I was so excited. So I just was looking through them real quick, seeing which one I really wanted, the best of the best, and I found this August 2000 of whatever it was, 2000, I don't remember.
And all the pages were stuck together for some reason.
Really? There was a few of them that were stuck.
Oh,
I am not kidding. They were stuck, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? I did not know yet. So I was like, ew, why is this
so bad.
rip? I'm like, ugh. So anyway, I'm like, all right, here we go. So I grabbed the two best ones, and I just stuck them down into my like pants, and then I put my shirt over it so I could cover them up all together on my back. So you couldn't tell. They were just flat on my back underneath my shirt. You wouldn't even know if I had them. It was just my back. So I'm riding
But you're walking all uncomfortable.
No. I actually had it kind of switched right flat on my back. Perfect. Not really an issue.
Nice.
So riding my bike back. Not a care I got in play. Boy, I'm excited. Woohoo!
Oh, God.
Now I'm heading home. I open the door. I'm like, okay, here we go. Got to get past my mom, into my room, stash hidden, come back out and be like, what's up? I don't even know what you're talking about. So I walk in. And I just have they're right there, and I'm looking at my mom in the living room, like, "Hey, what's up?" So I'm just sneaking by. Oh, I don't know.
Hey, what's up?
You were such a cool teenager.
I'm such a good pantomime or whatever that word. Anyway, so she looked at me weird. I kind of was awkward, but I got away. So I got in my room, hid the stash, and I was like, "Sweet." Came back out, and then a couple hours go by, and I go in my room and I do my deed. So I'm happy. I'm good. And I'm like, "Damn, that was too easy. I think I can get more."
Oh my god.
So-
There's got to be more in there. These balls.
So I remember looking in there, and there's so many magazines. Like, I can go get more. So then I go.
Oh, more porn.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant more.
No,
Okay.
definitely not. I want more porn. I got plenty. I'm good with that. So
Sit in that area.
anyway, I'm like, Mom, I forgot my helmet over my Aunt Jeannie's. I gotta go get it. So I was like,
By this time, she had to be starting to get suspicious.
Yeah, she looked at me and was
why?
like, why would you need your helmet?
You're going over there an awful lot, and every time you come back, you have this look in your eye.
Yeah, so that's
You're
so I was like,
guilty.
fuck it, I'm going anyway. So I got back on my bike, headed back over, and so I talk to my aunt again, say hi, bye, get back down there, get a couple more that are pretty good, same spot, same technique, flawless, perfect. Come back home, okay, walk past my mom again, like, hey mom, Josh, what was going on? What are you doing? She was like, she
just started picking.
like, she was just like, what you didn't forget your helmet.
knew.
What's going on? I just looked at her like, nothing. I'm okay. And so, like, she started just egg on me and stuff, and I couldn't really do anything. And then I don't know how she even knew it, but she lifted up my shirt. And I was just kind of like, nothing. And then she flipped me around, and then she saw the two mags that were on my back. And I was just like, oh, damn. So she caught me, and, well, then I was like, shit. Oh, well, there goes that. Okay, now this is where...
Now,
this is down...
shit gets serious.
Shit goes down the line. Okay. She caught me. It was whatever. This has been like 2 weeks later. I still have those two good magazines.
Because she doesn't know that you
doesn't-
got the stash.
I was doing good. I double or nothing, And so, I'm enjoying myself. It's like bedtime, and I have these mags, and I'm doing the deed again. And then how you can like hear your parents coming in your house when you know the
Yes.
sounds of like their doors and
Yeah.
steps that they make in
Yeah.
their house. So you're just like, oh shit, here they come. Well, you could really tell when my mom was coming because you could just hear it. It was so obvious. And now I'll tell the story and I gotta go back to it because it's crazy. I hear her coming. I hear a door and I go into quiet mode, over the blankets, and just go to sleep, fake sleeping. And
I've done that so many times.
Yep.
Yep, I do that all the time, And so she closed her door again, and I was like, okay, here we go, get back to business. And so this time, I hear the door slam again, but hard and fast. And so I hear these footsteps just flying through our house. I'm like, oh shit! And I'm naked at this time.
Oh, God.
Little chubby naked
Little-
Josh.
little chubby naked
like
Josh.
5 feet tall.
Yeah.
Like just little.
Like
little,
maybe 175
naked.
foot. Yeah.
Naked.
And just naked in my bed, grabbing, your little, it's bad. Okay. So I hear her coming, and I'm like, oh shit, what do? I tried to put the magazines underneath. All I could do was get them underneath my covers and me. And so she walks into my room, and I'm just kind of fake sleeping like... "Hey, Mom, what's up?" And then she lifts off my blanket.
And you're naked.
I am completely nude. And I'm just looking at my mom going, like, covering up the vital areas. I'm covering up my... Dude, I'm covering up my tits, and I'm covering up my dick. Like, I don't even know.
How fast did your boner deflate?
It was, like, instant, dude. It was bad. It was so embarrassing.
Like, the balloon just got
Luckily,
popped.
luckily, I was so young, I didn't really take in how embarrassing that moment was. But anyway, I started to think about how she figured out I was out there doing what I was doing. Because she lived far away in the house. So then I started to think about it. That first slam, she actually went into the backyard, looked through my window, and she, like, must have saw something.
God.
Dude, I was
you were
like,
fapping, bro. You were fapping and your mom saw through the window.
So I'm thinking to myself, okay.
That's awful.
So then you hear just running in after that slam, like, oh, she must have saw me. Oh boy, how embarrassing. So yeah.
Why would your mom be so upset by the fact that you're jerking it? Like,
that was the greatest masturbation story ever told.
Yeah,
like
that's pretty awesome.
Like, I've been busted a few times, but that just so trumps everything. And the way he told it, just spot on, was exactly like he told it to me, and it was so funny. I remember when you told me that story originally, I was dying laughing. I couldn't breathe.
So
oh my god.
Best part about it, I ripped one of the pages out. She took out the books, took out the things, but I had one page left, and I finished after she left. I
Never
was so
shoot
embarrassed,
blank.
but damn it, I am not gonna just
so
end it.
Sneaky.
Man.
That's all right.
Getting caught by your parents is just something that happens from when you're like 8, 7 or 8, once you start to get mischievous and kind of rebellious, all the way until you move out. Once you turn a certain age, it's you versus your parents. And that's how, like, all our friends are. That's how every raised, like, I don't know, it's just...
It all depends on your parents. It's
yeah,
it's the craziest thing.
Some people have
are changing your life.
Your parents are the number one influence for sure.
That's crazy. I love my mom now. Like, I'm with such a mom's boy. It's embarrassing.
I had to delete my mom off Facebook. And this is why.
You deleted her?
This is why.
I can't believe you deleted her.
Oh,
my family, they don't use Facebook as a social network. They use Facebook to stalk me.
Yep.
They do.
Bingo.
They do. You're right.
And that is what a lot of parents and relatives
Same
do.
here.
And it's so annoying because it comes to a point when you put your third status update for the day and it's the third one in a row that they like within the first 5 minutes. And you're just like, Mom, would you stop commenting on my status? Especially when sometimes I'll post stupid status update jokes and shit. Like, remember when me and you were posting fake quotes for a while?
Oh,
we would post
yes.
like, you guys need to cut out that slavery shit. Shit's whack. Abraham Lincoln. Shit like that.
Dude, okay, I had the best troll thing going on for a while. I had Kim Jong-il as my profile pic.
For anybody who doesn't know, there's a lot of uneducated people. Kim Jong-il is the dictator of North Korea. He's a crazy bastard.
Yes. Okay.
Go on.
Sorry.
And Josh was him.
I'm myself. And I decided to put his picture up, and I started doing crazy funny quotes. Like, don't make me nuke this bitch.
I remember you were like, had to throw a few hundred more in the gulag today.
Oh my gosh, you guys are awful.
It was so good.
And you would get likes, and you would get comments.
I got my mom to, like, freak out. Please take off that scary little man. I want my little boy on there. And I was like, Mom, oh my god. I hate Facebook so much. But
Facebook is, and now imagine when all the parents are going to hop on Twitter. This is already happening. I know a few people whose their parents are on Twitter.
My sister and my mom have an account.
They're on Twitter?
My sister follows me on Twitter all the time. And
you
know what I tweet?
Do you follow their tweets?
They tweet the shit out of me. Oh my god.
You ever retweet your mom?
No, she retweets me though. To all of her crazy amounts of followers.
Wow.
She has none. Okay.
Oh.
She just likes to retweet.
Oh man. But
it's okay.
I don't know. At the same time, I really like social networks. Like I'm not gonna ever delete my Facebook because I've met like all my old friends from all these places that I've lived and shit. Like that's the only way I stay in contact.
Yeah, that's
so
the way
easy
you
to keep in contact.
It's nice. It's like there's a reason he's like the youngest billionaire in the world. Like he made something amazing.
Yeah.
Like Facebook changed the entire world.
Mark Zuckerberg.
And I think it's getting a lot more old people into the internet, which is a good thing because people need to be aware that the internet is actually there.
Not the devil.
And not the
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
Like when you compare TV and internet, it's like, Jesus Christ.
Dude, I love the fact that we're going to be the first generation of old people that are going to be playing games.
Back in my day.
Oh
God damn
gosh.
you noobs! Quad feed.
You're gonna be like in the hospital
Dude,
with your like
we're the
Xbox.
first generation that's going to talk about back in the good old MySpace days.
Oh, that's going to be so awkward.
Good
Or,
old.
dude, I remember
Good
the
old.
first time I got on the internet, it was to look up video game cheats, and I was 5 years old, and
Are
we
you
had a
serious?
dial-up modem. Doon, dee, doon, dee.
Those things take forever.
And you're like, oh god. And I was even
They're
by,
obnoxious.
Those are fun.
by the time I found out how to use the internet, I only knew one website. I didn't even know that you typed in, because explaining the internet to someone who's never used it is weird. You're like, yeah, dude, you just type the website. You just type the address, and it takes you to
People
the
don't even
address.
have a
They're
clue
like,
what it-
the address? What?
What's the tower?
Like, what channel do you go to?
Is this on a screensaver?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
the
so
people
it's,
are silly.
the internet is so weird that I would just go to gamesages.com, and this is what IGN is now. It was the first gaming
serious?
cheats website, and I would look up cheats for my, up cheats for my Sega Genesis and my N64 and shit, and I don't know, like, using the internet since then, like, I was downloading songs when I was 10, like when Eminem first got big with Without Me and all those
Oh my
songs. I was
gosh.
downloading on Kazaa with, like, one of those routers that's like, be-doom, be-doom, beam, really loud and obnoxious, and
Oh,
I was
yeah.
playing RuneScape, and I would try to sneak on the internet in the middle of the night.
What is RuneScape?
The good old days.
RuneScape
That's
was
the
like
good
our
shit.
first MMO gaming
Oh,
experience.
those
It's
were
a
the
massive.
good old days.
It's like a million different people. You play on servers, and you're a little guy in 2 dimensions. Like when it first came out, it was 2-dimensional. So it was just
the
flat,
better-
looked
way
like
better.
paper.
So good. 2-dimensional was the way to go.
And me and my friend Dustin Wheeler, which is Josh's cousin, I was hanging out with Josh's cousin. He was my best friend when I first moved. When I was really young, and we would go. I would have him stay over at my dad's house because I knew couldn't stay over at his parents' house because his parents were just like yours, really strict about
Uptight.
no gaming late at night. No,
Yeah.
you got to get up and go to church tomorrow. And so I would always have him stay over at my house. And my dad was blind, and he was living with his girlfriend who was blind. So we always thought we could just sneak on the internet and play RuneScape in the middle of the night. So we would hop on, and we would have to connect. So we knew a way of making the router not make that much noise. We would hide it under pillows and push on the pillows, and it would be like,
gosh.
That is
And you
hilarious.
think they didn't know?
and
You
they
thought-
did
Oh,
know.
yeah,
we
they had
got
to
caught every other night. My dad started getting really pissed because he was like, I don't care if you need level 40 fishing. You need to get your shit to get, because I was going to school, and
Yeah.
all
you
I
need
wanted to do
go
was play
sleep.
RuneScape all day with Dustin, and
Yeah.
yeah,
and then-
crazy.
Those were the
Crazy
good old
times.
days.
Old internet. Now internet is fast. You can get a song in 2 seconds.
You
can,
complain if you don't get if it.
I know, and now
doesn't
I'm
work. You're
still like, if
God
it's
damn it!
if
Why
it's-
does this work?
if all internet right now just instantly turned to old days, I think I would probably like. I couldn't upload.
You
I
would
couldn't live
seriously
stream.
spasm. Yeah,
I would
you
just
would.
freak out. Like uploading videos and live streaming is completely new within the last 10 or 15 years. It's fine. It's just the monitor.
The monitor.
I'm just
Hey, she was
making
very careful
sure
and
your
helpful
stuff
and being so nice.
yeah.
His monitor goes
You're
to
mean,
screensaver.
dog.
My
Oh.
monitor's
It does like a-
screensavers. It goes to black.
It goes to like a warning type thing. Actually. It says input signals down. And then she was
It's
just
the
like,
blue beast, dude.
Yeah, I was
It-
being
it
nice.
scares
You're
me.
just mean. Whatever.
Yeah,
That was not mean. Anyways,
You're not
what was
mean.
your first
love
experience
you.
with the internet? When did you first get it, Taylor?
Are you kidding? Like
Last
5
year.
years
Last
ago?
year, I just
Last
got
5
Netflix.
years
it was
ago.
awesome. It was a Mac. and-
I honestly don't. I
It
honestly
was a
don't
Mac.
Even
I got my
remember.
iPhone.
Oh yeah, your Mac.
I remember the first time I played on a computer. It was in my room, and I don't even remember what I played, but I was in love with Sonic, and it was just like this old crappy.
Sonic is
computer.
the shit.
Sonic
Badass
was
now.
Sonic is the
awesome.
Taylor,
shit.
you should get the
It was
newest
so
Sonic
cool.
game
I
for the
want
Wii.
it.
It
I
is
want it.
fucking
Isn't it?
crazy.
There's a new Sonic and Mario.
no, there's a
one.
no. There's
Yeah,
a
there
new
is,
one
but
where-
that's
No.
shitty. That's
Oh, is
London
it?
Olympics.
No,
Oh,
the
I didn't know.
newest one that just came out
Sonic Generations.
is where Sonic is like himself in another dimension, and you have to go around and.
But it's all the same gameplay.
It's
lots
so
of
awesome.
spinning, rings,
It's so
crazy
fun.
circles.
It's so
Adrenaline,
fun.
speed.
I can't. There was another game that I used to play, and I never could get past the second level, and I would try for like hours.
God, I had
and
games
never
with the
did.
Yang. There was this thing, and they don't do this anymore. This is like some weird technology that kind of died away. But you could download games for your Sega Genesis through your TV. It was called the Sega Channel. And my mom worked for a
Really?
cable company, so we got it before it was even out. She got to beta test it. So I could download, I remember I downloaded Beavis and Butthead, The Jungle Book, Vector Man, and a bunch of other games. And it you played the games through your TV cable wire. It was really weird.
Crazy,
That's
yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, but it had a bunch of bugs and it was all fucked up, and it ended up never selling and getting anywhere, so they just got rid of it. But that's like
It's cool that you got
that's
to do that.
that's what I would do when I didn't have anything else to do, and I was playing Mortal Kombat when I was like 6 years old, cutting people's heads off and pulling their like.
So you basically.
I don't know
been
if
a
people
gamer
understand
since you were like 5.
because I wasn't like an adult at the time, so I didn't realize the implications. But people were getting really pissed for all these little kids playing Mortal Kombat back in the 90s. Like, people were churches and
Oh, yeah.
people were freaking out that there was a game that a little kid could play on a controller, and you could pull someone's skull and spine out of their body, and then they would die, or you could light them on fire, or like fatalities. Like, that was controversial, and they had a bunch of video game related lawsuits. It was crazy, and I had it, obviously, a little 6-year-old me.
Well, did it affect you at all? No.
I think it did. He's kind of a weird.
I'm
It's
fucked
kinda-
up
you are-
because of Mortal Kombat.
Yep, that is only Mortal Kombat.
I can
Totally.
See it.
That's it.
I'm kind of scared for you. Should we take you somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Let's
go.
right now, like right in the middle of this podcast.
Oh.
Go.
Intermission for kids traumatized by video games. I would actually take a completely different side. I don't think I know little kids that play Halo. 5-year-olds
Oh
that
yeah.
play Halo.
GTA and all that fun
Grand
stuff.
Theft Auto, kids playing Grand Theft Auto. Like, as long as it's whatever the mindset you go in. If you have some shit kid that the parents don't take care of him and
It's all
don't give
about-
him any guidelines, then
Yeah.
if he plays Grand Theft Auto, he's gonna be fucked up and think it's okay to kill strippers and
Yeah.
go on crazy gun sprees. But you can't blame the games
You have to blame the
for
parents.
anything.
No.
You can't don't hate the player, hate the game. Same concept. You can't hate the game. You have to hate the player if they go do some crazy shit.
Yeah, it's their
It's the
fault.
same thing with music. When the game Doom first came out, you guys remember the most famous school shooting, Columbine?
Yeah.
That
They
was
blamed it
blamed
on
on
Doom,
Doom
yeah.
at first, the video game for PC.
Ridiculous.
I could see that.
And I played Doom when I was like 4. We had old floppy disks on my Besta Papa's computer, and we put the floppy disk in and start up BIOS and
Forgot
run
about
the game.
those floppy disks.
Oh, floppy disks.
Gosh, those things.
And I would play Putt-Putt's Adventures, Putt-Putt Adventure in Time, Putt-Putt, Freddy Fish,
Lemmings.
Lemmings.
That was the best. I love that one.
Yeah, lots of. Did you ever play computer games?
No.
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 There was lots of good ones.
I never really
Good
did
one was there.
anything. That's kind of a lame kid.
But I don't know. I've always been gaming, but the internet was really weird. I remember
You're
when
really into the internet now.
I remember when I first went to my crazy gore fucked up site. I was like 12. And
What was
it was
it?
rotten.com.
Ew.
I think they still
heard
run
about
it.
that. Yeah, they do.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you could see people getting beheaded, people
That's
hit by
vile.
trains, people that got
That's
shot.
training.
Could never
Are you kidding
see
me?
it.
You
Could
have to
never-
go to that site to get ready for what really is on the internet. 'cause
On
that-
B.
That's exactly why. That is
That's like
exactly
training
why I
wheels for
cannot
beat.
do anything on the internet.
Oh
Like,
man, I'm
could
so
not
like
be able to see that.
unsensitized now. I could watch anything and not even care.
When you know it's not affecting you and it's just there and you can click exit at any time, it really.
Yeah.
I'll just click if I'm like fuck that makes me feel weird. Like I'll just click out. Like I don't forcibly watch. Like I'm not watching beheadings every day.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm training watching videos
Jesus Christ.
every day. Got to work on my.
Josh is
form.
I could
becoming a
barely
warrior.
even handle watching like parts of Red State. Like,
Red State freaked you out?
freaked me out.
It's already on.
What about
Netflix.
Hostel?
Hostel. I never watch gore
Nope.
ever, and especially not that.
I've
Like,
seen Hostel like 10 times. I
Oh
can
my
watch
gosh,
it.
I think it's disgusting. Like the Saw, I like the story. I will not watch the movies though.
Saw's
like
good.
I will shut my eyes the entire way through. It's
Saw was really good.
yeah, it's just gross. Like I don't know, the idea is gross. I think.
Hostel makes me
So
not
grosses
want
me
to
out.
travel to the other side of the
Yeah,
world.
which is upsetting. Which is really upsetting because it's really pretty.
Just
over
like
there.
Taken. Just
Taken?
like that too.
I
That
literally
makes
watched
me
that.
cry.
There's
I
lots of
watched
American
that-
movies that are trying to scare people into staying in
So,
America.
That's
I
really
just-
weird. I just
I
realized that.
definitely. I told my mom to watch that like 3 weeks before I left for Italy.
Wow, why
I
would you
was
do
so
that? You're such a
mean.
bitch.
I
That's
was so mean. Well,
That's
because
funny.
she wasn't gonna not. Let
So they
me
watched
go.
Taken
Before you
went
went.
to
Before I went
Italy.
to Italy.
Italy is where it went
I
down.
was so mean. I
Don't mess
know.
with any random
No,
guys
Italy- was it
at the
Italy that
airport.
They were
Okay.
visiting Italy
No, I
and they
thought
were
they
going
were-
through Paris
Oh,
and a bunch
yeah,
of
that's
other.
what it
They were,
was.
they were following a U2
Yeah.
tour in the movie.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
Freaked her out real
Definitely.
quick.
I haven't
Well,
traveled at all.
don't
I've
you-
never,
it
I've never
wasn't,
left the
'cause, I
U.S.
mean, it's not like something that's gonna happen in a controlled situation, you know. So
The
What?
world
Don't-
is not a controlled situation.
yeah, I guess
Don't you
that's
guys
true.
love scaring your parents in any way, shape,
I'm
or
so
form?
mean.
Not really,
I
not
know, that was
anymore.
really mean.
I
Well,
used to do like random shit. Like
Okay.
I would just not come home
I guess
a lot.
I don't
That's
mean
awful.
I don't mean scare.
I was independent by the time I was like 17.
Well, yeah,
I could
but that
just
doesn't make
leave
it any
and be out all
different. Like,
night.
you didn't
and
have a
as long as I
cell
went to
phone, you
school the
couldn't let
next
them
day,
know.
I was good.
Yeah.
Still.
Maybe not scared. How about make them laugh? Whenever you made them laugh when you're younger, does it make you guys feel as good as it did for me? I don't know.
Yeah,
I always
Yeah,
made 'em
making
laugh.
I've always been into entertainment since I was like born. Like I've always wanted to make people laugh. So I would always do random funny shit. I've done such crazy funny shit. My little brother shit his pants one time, and my dad was changing his diaper, and we had pheasants that my dad had just gone hunting for pheasants. And one of them was not dead. We didn't know this.
Oh my
It was alive in the trunk. So, and there's also a shitty
That is
diaper.
awful.
So, I'm throwing a diaper, just throwing it around the house, and my dad has a live pheasant that he's dealing with. It was chaos. There was so many random weird times like that. And I think I don't really have this
awful.
memory. I think I have a little shining spite, but it's only from hearing my parents tell the story so many times that I really know like the actual story to it. But like there's all sorts of weird random stories like that. I grew up in Nebraska when I was like 5. I lived in Nebraska, and there was this one sewer that we couldn't go near. It was like we lived in like the boondocks, Nebraska, so it was like local well water. And there was a sewer that ran the water through, and they never wanted us to go play in it. So they would tell all the neighbor kids that there was alligators, and we legit believed. We thought there was like a 20-foot alligator that would eat kids. And they would make up stories. They would make up stories like if a kid would move away, they'd be like, "Did you hear about Billy?
He got eaten. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is
He went and played
brilliant.
in the sewer and he got eaten."
That's
And
brilliant.
now his parents moved away because they were so traumatized.
That is terrible.
brilliant. Oh,
Oh
that's
my
So
God,
we would
that's so
we would not go
sad,
anywhere
though.
near there. But I almost got bit by a rattlesnake playing out once.
I caught.
I was gonna get bit by a rattlesnake, but
I
it ended
caught a
up
water
being-
snake that was about 2 feet.
I've caught a
long.
few snakes.
Oh,
Just
man.
randomly
I
in the
didn't know how
summer
to
and in
ca-
the spring.
Oh man, it's a funny story.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 feet long. Caught him in a creek. Grabbed him by his tail. I didn't really like Steve Irwin status know how to catch a snake.
Steve Irwin status.
So I just kind of started spinning around in a circle as I had him by the tail, starting to stretch him out, just spinning in circles, not really, because he'd turn around and bite me if I stopped.
Yeah, you were
So-
holding his head away from you.
Yeah,
You
so
were
I'm
like,
just
"Huh?"
holding his tail, spinning in circles, not letting him bite me, and freaking
You know
out.
you're supposed to grab him
Spinning in
right there.
circles.
Yeah, and I
That's
didn't know. I was
hilarious.
scared he'd bite me. So then I finally just realized that, yeah, grab him right there and I'd be good.
Right behind the neck,
Yeah.
so they can't turn. But there's some snakes
really
that can
did that?
extend
That's
their
so
neck
scary.
and turn all
Caught
the
it
way
and it
around.
wrapped around my arm and stuff. It was really long, cool.
Oh,
I
that's
felt like such a
creepy, though.
badass.
Yeah, you're like, ah.
Right at my grandma's house.
In school, in like high school or middle school, you guys never had someone like bring a viper, like have like a big long snake.
Oh, no.
No.
I've touched some big long
I've
snakes,
touched
like
a big
7
long
foot
snake
long
and, like,
snakes.
In Vegas when I went there, it was a snake that, because I was like 10 and it was seriously as big as I was.
Oh,
Damn.
Like
my-
I could wrap my arms around it and touch my hands, and that
Freshman-
was it. It
fresh-
was just
Sorry.
huge. No, you're fine.
Freshman high school teacher, Miss Coons, had a 7 foot long viper. She brought it in.
In
Yeah, she brought it into class. She had it in a case. We fed it mice. We watched it eat.
Whoa!
Not even
That would
kidding.
be really cool.
It was cool.
Have you seen it? I want to
I've
see
seen
it.
it.
I bet there were some kids that felt so bad for the poor mice.
Oh, dude, we had some girl that couldn't
Started
watch.
crying?
She had to just go into do her homework, go away, let us watch, and the whole class was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
It was.
I
but
think it'd be really cool to watch, but it'd be.
speaking of snakes, there was actually a really random thing back when I was going to the YMCA like camping trips. You remember when those used to go on a
Yeah.
lot for kids?
No, I was part of the
Oh, yeah.
YMCA summer camp.
like
Me
church.
too.
I would go
group
like 3 or
camping
4
trips.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went
was
up to like the campgrounds. I don't remember exactly where it was, like Story, Wyoming. something
Mountains,
like
for sure.
that. Yeah.
I think
And
it was
so-
in Story.
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So, like, they have not caught a snake on that facility in 4 years. They never like have seen one at the time. Like they didn't know. Like they weren't out there. So one time I'm coming back from like the mess hall from eating with this kid, and I'm just like walking, and I hear the grass fidget. I'm like, did you hear that? What was that? Fidget some more. I look at him, like, dude, there's something going on right there. So I walk into the bushes, and then there's just this little water snake just chilling right in the bushes. And I'm like, what are you doing? I just pick it up. I just look at it. Guys, I found a snake. And then they all had like a celebration. We had a celebration.
You guys
that
had a
night.
little.
Because you had a
Because
snake.
I caught a snake for the
That's
first
Josh
time in
awesome.
4
has
years.
found
That's
a
pretty
snake.
cool.
It was so badass. Man, that actually camping trip was really cool. Because did you guys ever play Capture the Flag as like an activity?
That was the most fun game ever.
I dominated it and became like the star of my team because I did the most awesome move. the flag was right underneath some guy's legs, and they had our team like distracting him. So he was just looking this direction. I'm talking to my group, which is right there, and I'm like, okay, guys, I'm gonna sneak around. Let's do this. So they're just distracting and stuff.
Josh has been flanking since he was a little kid.
Literally, I go behind the building, and he's just watching my group. They're just distracting, getting close, kind of, whatever. And then right out from underneath, I'm gonna just grab the flag, haul ass to the other side to our safety, and we
captured it for the win.
Captured it for
That
the
is
win.
so
You got
much.
all
That's
the
such a
girls.
fucking
Oh,
fun
dude,
game.
I got no
It's
women. I went to bed that night and woke up the next day.
How old were you again?
And everything
like
went
10?
better than planned.
Yeah, this is when I was like, 11, 12.
God, those were so fun.
Yeah, them were the days.
And that was in Sheridan YMCA camp.
Yeah, and they took us up to the mountain. Yeah,
It was cool.
That was really cool.
that was my first kind of camping experience with people,
Mine
or like
too.
at a weird camp.
How do you guys feel
And they went there like
now that we're
1 year.
adults?
I feel like if I could go back and tell myself to just relax and enjoy high school for what it is, a grouping of kids having a
Because
learning.
all three of us
Yep.
now are the same age, by the way.
I wish I could have changed a lot.
We're all
actually.
20.
Me
Everybody
too.
in this room, except for Shaylee. She's
Robby?
in the back.
Robbie's the only
She's
one
just kind of
that...
here.
What?
You're the only one that doesn't have regrets about high school, I think.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
Oh, you do? Okay, just kidding.
damn.
Just
Man.
kidding. I was totally kidding.
Man,
Who doesn't have regrets from high school?
I regret so much, you guys.
You
don't
shouldn't have
understand.
regrets. You were like Mr. Awesome.
I had fun in high school, but
Ah,
I still have regrets.
I was not Mr. Awesome. I wish I could just. Oh man.
I know.
The days.
You knew then what you know now.
I would have been so
That's-
cool if I was.
Let's
back
talk
then.
about high school, because I'm guessing I'd say probably 70% of the audience that watches my videos or that's going to see this podcast is in high school right now.
Or younger.
All right.
So, or younger.
Yeah.
Or younger.
So let's just educate them up
So,
in high school. Yeah.
Yeah, high school for me, I'll start and then we can just go around and talk about whatever you guys want. High school, first year, freshman year in high school, I had just moved away from Sheridan. I moved away at the end of 8th grade, which was middle school. 6th, 7th, 8th grade was middle school. We went to Central Middle
It's
School.
such a weird time
It was,
to move.
it was pretty weird. And now that building is gone. It's destroyed. So I moved to Bozeman, which is where we're at right now, and I didn't know anyone. And Bozeman was kind of a different atmosphere. Sheridan, Wyoming is like really conservative, like lots of white people, barely anything else. And I come to Bozeman and there's lots of black people, lots of Mexicans, kind of like a lot more liberated feel to it, and like a lot more fend for yourself. Like a lot of kids knew what they were doing already, and I really didn't. I was like, shit. I was like, I don't know what's going on. And I had to ride the bus to high school for my first day of high school. When I first got there, like, big jocks, like big senior football players,
Oh,
245, and they're in high
scared me.
school.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Huge.
whoa, and they're acting like douchebags, pushing little kids, like getting all the girls. And I'm like, Jesus, high school is crazy compared to middle school. So I was like terrified. And I only lasted about 2.5 months, 3 months in Bozeman until my mom got together with another guy, Lee, and
Yep.
we moved with my stepdad to Anaconda, Montana.
Worst place to move.
Step down, people. This is like going
This is
from.
nothing.
So Sheridan was like lots of rich white people. Bozeman is like pretty average. Anaconda, Montana is the shithole of the world. It is like
the
where
vortex
it's where
of awful.
AIDS comes to die. It's where this is no joke. I'm not lying. This is the only town in Montana where they take the patients from the state mental hospital and they actually have a place where they send most of those people after they're done with their recovery or whatever to live and to get back into society. Anaconda is the place. So it's a bunch of fucked up meth head crazy assholes with no money, everybody's broke, and one high school with about 400, 500 people.
Let's get educated.
Oh my god,
Great.
dude. Every other day getting slammed into lockers, getting pushed. They had this thing called A-Day, which was like initiation day for Anaconda, where I got chased down and shot with paintball guns.
Oh.
Yeah,
damn.
And
That's not
I was
cool.
a skateboarder. So skateboarders like, oh, it's like this rebellious, like when you look at cliques in high school, it's like, oh, skater fags, jocks, nerds, athletes, like, and then scene kids kind of came about. Preps.
Popular
Skaters. I was in the worst place to be a skater of all time. Never have I seen a worse place to be a skater. And I was the only guy with long hair in the entire town. So it did not go well, to say the least. But I met a lot of really good friends who I'm still tight with to this day. And like, I experienced like a rough neighborhood, like a ghetto, you know. And I don't know, it was crazy. It was a lot different. And then I come 2 years later, junior in high school. I come back to Sheridan. Everybody loves me.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Robbie's back.
You
That's
were
cool.
seriously like the god.
So
for a
I
while.
went from complete opposites, like playing World of Warcraft all day. That's all I did in the first 2 years of high school. Was play World of Warcraft all day and stay away from as many people as possible. Like, because I was just scared I was going to get beat up or killed. Because people would get killed, and suicide was super high in the town, too. Kids were killing themselves. You know how Sheridan, maybe one kid dies every, like, 2 or 3 years?
Yeah.
Anaconda, maybe 5 or 6 kids a year.
Ooh.
Yeah. To either suicide, car wrecks, or people killing each other, or meth,
That's
drugs.
scary, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. That's no fun.
So, I got the fuck out of there.
Good.
Come back to
call.
good old high-class Sheridan, Wyoming, which is a really, like, it's a prospering town.
Yeah,
It is
it
a
is.
small
It
town,
is
but it's
pretty
like
good.
raising a family and
It is,
like for
yeah.
old people retiring.
Yeah.
Like,
Which
it's
is
definitely
not
not
good
for
for
like
teenagers.
19 to 27-year-olds.
More like 16.
It's not good for kids to have
Fine.
fun.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's pretty. But we made our own fun.
We
Yeah, we
did. We
did.
had
We'd
some
go
really
walrus
good times.
fishing and giraffe hunting, and like we just, shoot
Fuck
shit.
shit up.
We'd jump on trampolines and run through fields naked.
Oh, good lord.
Oh! Oh my god, I forgot about that!
Yes.
Holy shit.
Streaking.
That was so
Those were
A
the
lot of
days.
people don't know this about
Was
Muzza
that
and
at my
Fuzza,
house?
but we're a
Yeah.
couple of streakers.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We enjoy streaking to
Because
this
Because it
day.
was you two and Lane, wasn't it?
Public nudity.
But
is
now we can go to jail for it. So
Yeah.
yay!
Well, you can do it at my dad's house. That's fine. You can just go
okay. Dude, going through the
strike
open
him.
fields of your dad's house.
That was so
With
funny.
no clothes on and it's snowing.
So funny. It was so freaking
You got a
cold
nice
outside.
crazy
It was so
breeze,
bad.
I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
So funny though.
Streaking
Watching
is
you
a-
guys running around, you were like yelling, and I couldn't.
I need to
see
put that at the
anything.
top of my Facebook hobbies and activities.
Streaking.
Streaking. That's my
That's
number one
awesome.
right there. Yeah. What about you? Let's go to you next. I kind of just
Oh.
explained my whole upbringing.
In
I
life.
don't really have any cool stories though.
I know. Just start with middle
So-
school because that's
Who
where.
are you, Taylor?
Okay, well, I'll start with high school because
Start with
middle
high
school
school?
kind of trails into high school. So I lived in Phoenix at that point. So it was freshman year high school, Phoenix, Arizona. I had a few friends, but I was never really popular. I just had like a few friends. And I went to high school first year, and none of my friends had any classes with me. So I kind of started with a blank slate. And I don't know, I really hated school there. I didn't really do anything or learn anything. It was a blank period, and that's why I moved. That's why I moved to Sheridan. Was I decided?
And your parents, like.
They were really
two's
sheltering.
parents are a lot
yeah.
different than me. Like
Well,
very
because
sheltering.
I lived in Phoenix, Arizona. Like they can't really
My parents would let me do
out.
sleepovers and stuff all the time.
Oh yeah, I had a friend that used to stay over at my house like every weekend, but I could never go over there. It was just like not something that happened.
Sleepovers are the shit.
Well, it was just sketchy. I mean, like, where I lived was, like, right between, like, it was right on the crossroads of Phoenix and Glendale, so this is, like, a huge area. Like, there's lots of gangs and there's lots of, like, criminal activity. It was
you're a
Phoenix.
gangster.
It's big.
She was a
It's a
pimp.
big area.
Yeah, me and Josh have never experienced living in a big city.
Yeah,
This
I
is
lived in
kind
a
of the biggest
super big city,
city
yeah.
I've
So
ever
we,
lived in.
I don't know.
Bozeman's no, dude.
Yeah, it's
Bozeman
totally
doesn't even
not.
have 250,000.
That I've
Doesn't,
lived in.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
but
it's
I
like
visited
nothing.
like
Have, like-
Denver and all that stuff.
We don't have suburbs here. We got a few houses and a few apartment complexes. and
Gosh,
shit.
it was nice. It was nice living there. But anyways, like I was super duper sheltered, so I never got out of the house ever. So I hated it. High school like blew first year. Like I had good friends, but that was it.
So
And that was the only
a
time
funny
I
story.
ever got to.
Do you have
I don't
one?
really have any. I literally like no. Freshman year in high school was like the worst.
Didn't your parents
for
ever
me.
catch you masturbating?
No, definitely.
How is
no.
that
That is not a
happen?
girl thing,
Oh,
unless it's some
okay.
crazy girl.
I'm trying
Now
to
that's
think of an
interesting.
I'm trying to
How
think of
come-
an embarrassing moment that has happened though.
No, wait a minute. How come a girl never gets caught masturbating by their parents?
It's because we're careful.
Well, so am I.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we are.
You think with
Dude,
your
guys
no,
think
it's
so
All the
because
lights
you think-
off, door locked if it
No,
locks.
it's because you think
Sound
with your
all the way
dick,
down.
You just want it like right now. So
Yeah.
you're just like
And
you're like, what's the quickest way that I can get my pants down?
that's another
Like
thing.
exactly. Like so you guys are just quick about it. We're like, let's be romantic. Let's
Okay.
Hey, I'm
light
not
some
quick about it.
candles and
Just kidding.
Have you ever when's the first time you really broke the law? Because me and Josh has stolen a lot, and I've done some crazy shit.
I have not.
gosh, you make me sound so lame. You make me sound
Okay,
so
let
lame.
me tell this story. When I was living in Sheridan, we were getting new cement put into I lived in Sparrowhawk, which was up by you remember Sparrowhawk?
Yes, I remember.
Sparrowhawk is like this suburb division with a bunch of nice houses, and if you go even farther up it, there's like millionaires with big mansions. We were not there. We were in just the regular house in Sparrowhawk, and they're putting in new cement for like sidewalks. And I was this punk little 13 or 12-year-old kid that thought pink was the greatest color ever. All I want to do is skate all day. Fuck the police. I was listening to punk rock music all day. So I carved a Nazi sign into the cement. And a bunch of other dumb shit.
Oh my god.
Not thinking, I wonder if someone's ever going to look at the cement again. Like, I just thought, yeah, dude. Like, yeah.
Okay, I remember
like,
one.
wet cement, I can draw in it with a stick. So I drew a bunch of shit.
Okay. You'll be okay.
And cops start going door to door in our neighborhood
and
trying to find a lead. And luckily, my parents and all the neighborhood people had my back. And they just went over it, had to redo it. And never talked about it again.
But
hilarious. I probably caused like some hundreds of dollars of damage because I fucking Nazi signs and weird. And I wasn't into being a Nazi, but like there's these punk rock kids. This is in a lot of high schools. I noticed that like draw like Nazi signs, anarchy signs, shit like that.
They
just
don't really
dumb
know.
shit. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And I was one of those kids because I was just hanging out with kids who would like our daily activities were lighting fireworks in houses, like
that's awful.
Blowing shit up, fucking breaking shit, and like skating when we could.
I remember when I first broke the
This
law.
was when Jackass was first getting popular, so we'd make Jackass videos.
I've seen your videos.
We'd make Jackass videos on
your
our old
little
camera.
voice. You're like, I'm Robby Kennison, and you had like this little squeaky voice. You showed me those videos. They're hilarious. You sounded so little. Sounded like a little girl.
Hey, at least you sound like big barley men now.
Yeah, that's
big,
true.
Sexy sex beasts.
That's. You want to cram in some more words in there?
Sexy sex beasts.
Sexy
I like it.
Awesome.
That's our new 2v2 clan on Game Battles.
Sexy sex beasts.
Sexy sex beasts. Nobody take the name. That's the newest rising.
That's awesome. That'll be our league's name.
I remember the first time I broke the law, but my parents were there. So we always got limo rides when we were going to an event. So we were going to like a basketball game or something downtown. So my parents are like trashed in the back seat. So it's me and my really good friend Tallulah at the time. And they were just kidding, but the limo driver was talking to us and he's like, why don't we just get the girls up here to drive? And they're like, I was like 13 years old.
Oh, good.
I'm just like, cool. Okay.
Oh, wow.
You know, we're all like, yes, let's do it.
Did you get to go first?
So my parents were totally into it. They're like, yeah, have them drive.
They're all drunk.
Like,
yeah! We don't need
drunk.
DDs.
Totally
We got
drunk.
kids.
Yeah. So we're in like this suburby area. And I think we were like outside of town too. So we're in like this suburby area and he pulls over. And we're like, are we really doing this? So he puts us in the seat, locks us in, and we drive a limo around the block. And I ran over so many curves. It's ridiculous.
I thought you were gonna say
I ran over so many people. It's ridiculous.
She's gonna say
no,
pets or
and
something.
it was at night too. So I'm like driving through there with like my chin at the steering wheel because I can barely even see over the steering wheel. And I'm like driving.
Isn't that how all women drive?
Oh, zinger!
No, shut up.
No, wait,
That's right.
okay,
Women
so-
can't drive. What am I thinking?
But
Oh God.
okay, so
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep going with your cool story.
no. Does that mean that you had somebody that was driving with you to help?
Well, he was next to me.
Like in the passenger side?
Yeah,
or
he was
like,
on the passenger seat.
Okay.
Like I was driving.
Okay.
For sure. Like really slow, but driving. So I'm driving, and I hit this corner, and I'm thinking, yeah, let's turn the wheel, because when you're a kid, you think you have to turn it really, really hard. So I turn it super hard, and I like bump over the curb.
Oh, could you imagine?
It was
oh God.
It was so awesome.
You had drunk parents in the back. Just
You
like,
got little stubby little 13-year-old arms.
Yeah, it was so. It's pretty fun though.
That's funny.
Do you guys think that the kids of this new generation, this Bieber generation, this Gaga generation, do you think that they're gonna have the same like experiences, like the same, or is it gonna be like
That's the
new
craziest
versions?
thing.
Because they grew up. These are like we're talking. There's 6-year-olds that grew up with the internet.
That's so crazy to think about.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's 7-year-olds that found porn.
I guarantee
on the
you they're
internet.
all
You know,
gonna
like
have-
If you could have found porn on the internet at 7, you would have. Yes,
you know why
you're right.
viruses and spyware and malware are such a big problem is because people just let their stupid ass kids get on the computer and download shit.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that's how it happens.
Dude, they're automatically going to have different experiences in their lives, no matter what, because every human being has always had a different situation, different happenstance happen in their life since the dawn of time. It's just so crazy to think
If
about.
you listen to some of the stories
Like
that our parents had.
Yeah, we didn't grow up with just radio or just TV or any of that. Like do you guys remember listening to the radio with your parents ever? Like the radio, yeah, I'm talking the radio. When they would do shows on the radio, my grandpa would tell me about the shows on the radio.
Come on.
They started War of the Worlds. War of the Worlds was a famous radio show. And it was super controversial, and it made a bunch of people kill themselves, and it made a bunch of people think that aliens
Weird.
were actually invading.
Are you
Because
serious?
the way they presented the show,
Awesome.
the way they presented the show was that aliens were actually invading. It was the War of the
And it
Worlds.
was on the radio.
And it was on the radio, and they would go
Oh,
into
no.
big description. And
That's
the
such a
only
good
thing
idea.
people had was the radio and mail and talking to people in real life.
That is
And
the funniest
magazine- or
thing.
in
And
newspapers.
little
Yeah.
shitty phones, like, the actual dial
The
phones.
ones that
Yeah.
crank.
With the crank.
Yeah, those ones are
That's
fun.
crazy.
I want one. I want a crank.
Just to hassle my life a little bit more. That's what I need.
Hello? Oh yeah, that'd be fun. Are you kidding?
Another good story. You remember that I brought this up, and you said you'd be down to tell it on the podcast. Since we're talking about grandpas,
Oh.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Josh has a really interesting story and some weird coincidences and some weird.
Oh, that was a paranormal activity type random
Yeah.
moments.
Yeah.
But is that even? Do I remember it clearly? Hold on, let me run it through my head.
Come home, Grandpa.
No, it's not come home at Grandpa.
Well, it's not come home,
No,
but
were you on a trip?
there's a chair. I know there's a chair.
It's a
It
trip.
was like Little Miss Sunshine.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You've never seen it?
I've
Never
seen
mind.
that movie.
Okay,
I
I'm
know
done.
what she's talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
But go ahead.
Okay, so I don't even know if this is going to be really okay. So, we're taking me and my family are going to do something for some reason, and heading back to their hometown, my grandpa and grandma and my mom's hometown, Lander, Wyoming.
Lander, Wyoming.
Lander,
That sounds
Wyoming.
tiny.
It is. It's weird. So who's all in the car with me? It goes my mom, my Aunt Jeannie, or actually my grandpa. My Aunt Jeannie's in the back, my sister, and I'm all the way in the back, just chilling, doing my thing.
Masturbating.
Yeah, you know me. Basically, on our way there, like I overheard a conversation. I don't know why I retained this so well, but I heard my grandpa, like, he got a buzz cut for the first time in like 20, 30 years. He's never gotten one, but since like my grandma died, he just got it for that reason. I don't know why. He got a buzz cut, and
You didn't have cancer or anything?
No, nothing. He just got it like when he used to be in the military.
Okay.
and that's why he got
You
it.
got like a military cut.
Mm-hmm. So he's heading down. We're heading all down to Lander, and we're all in the car. And then we randomly hear my grandpa go, "Ellen, I see you up there. Oh, don't worry, I'll be there soon." And it was all sad. I was like, "Whoa, okay." And my mom was like, "Dad, we don't want you gone yet. Don't think like that." And it was all like weird and awkward for a few moments. And I was like, "Okay, whatever." Yeah, and I played my Game Boy or something in the back. So anyway, finally make it all the way to Lander, Wyoming, and we're at this specific motel, like the Silver Spur Motel. It's a really classic old place. It's got a pool and stuff. That's why I liked it. So that's why we stayed there, because they used to go there all the time. And so me and my sister swimming, and oh man, this is where the story gets foggy because I don't remember how we.
Skip it then. You can get to the goods.
Okay. So anyway, me and my mom. Okay, this is where it was. Okay, my mom and my Aunt Jeannie went to a convenience store across the street. Like, it was called. It starts with a P.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Okay. They go to their convenience store across the street.
It was called Poonannies.
Totally. And then me and my sister were swimming in the pool and stuff, and Grandpa was just inside reading or watching TV. We didn't know. And so they finally get back, and then we're all walking up because we can see them coming. So we all just walk into the bedroom, and it goes my mom, me, and my sister in this bedroom, and then Grandpa and my Aunt Jeannie in this bedroom. And so we're all walking back. We all group up. Me and my sister, my mom go in our room. Aunt Jeannie keeps walking. And then I'm just talking to my mom for a second. Then all I hear is banging on the wall, just like hard banging. And I'm like, what's that for? So my mom asked what Aunt Jeannie's doing. And then I go around the corner and I see my grandpa lying on the ground and my Aunt Jeannie giving CPR.
Oh!
And I'm just
shit.
like, "Josh, go get your mom now." And I'm like, okay. So I go get my mom. She comes flying around the corner crying, already on the phone for 911. Ambulance is on their way. Grandpa's... My Aunt Jeannie's just hard CPR. She's a nurse, so she knows what she's doing. She's doing it perfect. And
You can break a sternum.
Yeah.
A
can.
lot of people break
Yeah.
sternums giving CPR.
so, ambulance gets there like 6 minutes later. It was quick. And so they take him and take him off, and then it's me, my mom, Aunt Jeannie, and we're all just like at the hotel at the scene because we didn't know what was going on, and kind of like a breath of fresh air in the story. I'm going to where my grandpa like fell on the ground, and like I want to know what happened. My Aunt Jeannie's doing an interview to a police officer at the time, and so she's talking to him, and I'm just kind of sitting in the back trying to just hear the story, just trying to listen in. So I take a seat on the bed, and I'm just sitting on the bed, and then I start to realize that my butt starts to get all wet. I'm trying to just realize, why is it my butt starting to soak? And I'm like, what happened? Why am I getting all wet? Aunt Jeannie, why is it wet on the bed right here? And then she just looks at me and says, that's where Grandpa probably passed. That's where it happened. He probably pissed his pants. And
God.
she didn't say that, but he pissed his pants on the bed, and I sat right into it. And I got my butt with Grandpa pee, and it was and it was just soaked.
so
It was
sad.
bad, and it was like, oh, gross. So a few hours go by, and so, oh boy, now where am I? So a few hours go by, and we're all just sad. We don't know what to think. He passed away. We got called that he didn't make it to the hospital, so he died. And so my mom's crying, my Aunt Jeannie's crying. They just don't know what to do, and they're kind of religious, so they wanted to do a prayer. And all of a sudden, we're in a group circle in my grandpa's room doing a prayer, and right in the middle of the prayer, like right when we get to the point where it's about to finish up the prayer, all right, amen. And then his hearing aid in my Aunt Jeannie's pocket starts to go off. Like all you hear is that high pitched. So she turns it down in his pocket, and that was right after we finished the prayer. And so it was just like one of those things. Well, we hope that he has safe journey up to heaven or whatever. Amen. And his hearing aid just flips off, and it was crazy. Random luck.
Insane.
Crazy. We freaked out. It was nothing. Maybe just random timing. You never know. But then the next thing that happens, we're still at the hotel, and then we realize that there's a stray cat on the facility, and we're like, oh, sweet, there's a cat over there. So we really wanted this cat, and we bought some peanuts for my grandpa from the convenience store, and we really didn't have much use for them now. So what we did was we ripped that bag of peanuts open. We started trying to use it as bait for the cat. And all we did was did the classic line of candy from one spot to the, and we just let it try to grab its food, and so anyway, he takes the first one, takes the second one, and then he gets underneath a truck right next to our room, and we just take another peanut to lure him out, and he just came right out to us, and we grabbed the cat from these circus peanuts. And they were like,
Oh, so they weren't peanuts;
Oh,
they were the
cool. They were actually
candy.
the big-
circus peanuts, yeah, those giant orange ones that are all like weird.
Yeah, those are like
Crazy.
candy. Those are like marshmallow bit.
Yeah, and the cat was loving them.
cat was into it.
And that's our grandpa's favorite candy ever. And we didn't know why the cat would love circus peanuts so much and come to us instantly. So we were like, holy shit, we just had a weird vibe that was our grandpa.
Paranormal activity.
It was just
101.
our grandpa was right there in the cat, and he liked these peanuts, so we took him home. And we got him vetted up and everything, and he still lives with my mom.
Are you
He's a
serious?
fat, just imagine Garfield, but gray and white.
You never met Josh's big
He's
fuzzy fat
I
cat?
don't think I have.
Bomb,
He's
he's the best
adorable.
cat ever.
He's adorable.
He's so fat.
Me and you
met
have
your
done some
cat,
silly
yeah.
stuff with that cat
My
too.
cat is so awesome. Yeah, he's still alive and the best cat ever. And
That's really cool.
so my mom's taking care of Grandpa. We call him Peanut because he loves circus peanuts just like
Peanut,
Grandpa.
that's
And
cute.
I sat in Grandpa piss, and it's just a weird
I
story.
love like near-death experience paranormal stories like that.
It's so weird.
It's so interesting. And it seems like everybody I know has them. Like I for sure have them. Taylor, yeah, you definitely have them.
Yep.
Josh has them. Like
Oh, our
it
house.
happens to a lot of people, and it's always surrounding death.
Yep.
There's always whenever there's death, there's always some weird shit going on
There's
with
some
death.
vibes
Our room
in
is
there.
our
Some weird
our house is
coincidence.
haunted.
And yeah, this
Is it
was
really?
what I was gonna segue to. Is Josh now lives in an apartment with my buddy David and my buddy Rumsey in here in Bozeman, and they're kind of freaking out because
our
they
house is
think that their new
Why?
that their new
What's
place
going
is
on?
haunted.
Well, let me elaborate.
Okay. I would appreciate that.
About a month or so ago, I was we'll say drunk, and my the roommates wanted to tell me a funny story, and they did. They told me about how some girl was murdered in our house and stuffed in the dryer, and that's how that was there. So now we know that there's a dead girl in the dryer, and we were just like, okay, so now we have that in the back of our mind.
Yeah.
So this is the worst timing because Paranormal Activity 3 just came out.
Oh shit.
So we went to that the night after we heard about this story of how someone was dead in our house, and now we're flipping shit because I saw Paranormal Activity 3 and I shit my pants. It was the scariest thing. I was so frightened most of the time. And so we started trying to, like, we took a video camera and spaced it toward our laundry room in attempts to find a ghost or Paranormal Activity 3, camera, catch it,
Yeah.
And you can hear, we got some, like, weird stuff. Like, you can hear weird sounds, and you're always feeling like you're being watched when you walk past our laundry room. And it's just always dark, and the door's always open for some reason. And it's just like, it's scary.
And
what else? And what?
Want me to tell it?
Yes, I forgot. I'm having a
David and Josh are home.
Oh my God!
Rumsey is not home.
Oh, this part, yeah.
You can go ahead and tell it if you want.
Okay, yeah, I will. So, the weirdest thing that ever happened to us was why we were just concrete about this, is because my friend Rumsey was out of town at the time, and David was, where was he?
He was just with you.
Yeah, he was out. He was just out.
Yeah,
at
you
the
guys
time.
were all. Yeah.
And we were out at the time, and I was over at Robbie's house, and then David randomly texts me and says, "Did you play beer pong?" And I was like, "No, I've been at Robbie's playing Modern Warfare 3 all day. I'm not even at the house." And he's like, "Okay, thanks." And so later I go to lunch with him, and he was telling me, "Dude, I came home from and I saw that the beer pong table was set up for us. It was all filled up, and I called Rumsey, and he's out of town, and you were not there either. Why did it get set up?" And I was just like, I don't know. I didn't do it. Where was it set up?
It was set up in a place that you guys have never set up a beer pong
And then I
table.
asked him, where was it set up at? Was it set up in the regular spot? And he was like, no, it was set up in the weirdest spot. It was actually set up blocking the stairs. Like, if you're going up the stairs, imagine just...
The table's in front of it.
Yeah,
Blocking
horizontal
the stairs?
blocking it.
Weird.
Think about our house, just about
Yeah,
that spot.
that's
It was set
weird.
up right there. All the glasses were
Because
full.
it's like right in the middle.
Ping pong
Yeah,
balls
and they were
right-
full of water, and there was ping pong ball. It was like
It was
a
all set
setup.
up ready to go. And none of us have been home for the last 2 days. And we were like, this is a ghost. And we were scared shitless.
Jesus
to live in our
Christ,
house.
that's sketchy.
It's real. We don't know.
The curse
It's so
of the
weird.
beer pong ghost.
Or the murdered
We need to
girl.
call Scooby-Doo and the gang. Get this
Well,
shit
obviously
settled.
she doesn't have malicious intentions. She just wants
She
to
just
get
wants-
fucked up.
I guess.
She wants to play, dude.
She wants to play, man.
She wants to play
Be on
beer
my
Nothing
team.
wrong
I'll
with
kick her
that.
ass. What's up?
That's crazy, though. That's insane. Anything
House
else
ghost.
happened since?
No, but we're listening to it just feels weird in our house. It's always cold in our house. We've always noticed
It
that.
is.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Always
Let's talk about
cold.
winter. Because it's officially, we're feeling it. It's winter. It's almost 2012. We're in the final month. This year flew by, and now it's cold as fuck and snowing. And a lot, like, I've been getting comments on my videos. It's not really snowing anywhere else, like, around the world. Like,
Minnesota.
but we're getting it early in comparison to a lot of places. So, like, all the comments on my mini Muzza video, they were like, damn, it's snowing a lot outside. And,
Yeah, it's like another 3 inches outside right
it's
now.
a
Yeah, it's
bitch.
pretty bad
It's
now.
such a bitch. It's so cold outside right now.
But it's weird. It should have hit a lot earlier. Like, it's like
making-
it's getting set back quite a
That means
ways.
it'll last longer, though.
I know.
That means it's gonna be snowing in like June.
May and June.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's gonna be
that.
unfortunate. Well, it snowed in May this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys want to know? This is totally segue the shit out of this, but you want to know how cool I am?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm going to Las Vegas for my 21st birthday with my mother.
Oh, wow.
What's up?
You're coming with us too.
Well,
in
no,
August.
my mom randomly called me and told me that she said, "Remember, I promised you we're gonna go to Vegas together when you turn 21."
How is that
Oh
gonna
my
be?
gosh, how
And
is
I'm like,
that gonna be?
I
Yeah.
almost
Are
want
you
to just.
gonna have any fun?
I'm gonna go crazy on my mom.
Oh my
I'm gonna go
gosh.
so. I'm
She's gonna be like,
drink so much, just gamble,
Oh,
make her babysit the
gosh.
shit out of me, just have time of my life. Maybe I'll let her have some fun, but
she'll be babysitting you.
oh, it'll be great.
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go.
Take her to the
nuts.
strip club. Take her to the White Rhino.
What?
White Rhino is like the most prestigious, like high-end strip club. You can't.
Nice.
You can only tip hundreds.
Really?
People are throwing tons of hundreds.
Oh, can I work there? Would you be cool with that?
I'm sure all the.
Is that
I'm sure
cool?
all the girls make bank.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I work there? Or?
Josh, you can
Josh
work there.
up there.
They like really hairy assholes.
Really?
Well, they can just stuff the money in and it sticks to it like a dingleberry.
Oh God! I
Oh,
thought you
I
actually
really-
were looking for something
Oh,
like
that's
a talent
wild.
that I had. I was really looking forward to.
Josh can deep
auditioning.
throw like a champ. I guess you could do that in the back by
I
the
do
dumpsters.
like popsicles.
Oh my god.
Popsicles, hot dogs, corn dogs, you name it.
DP baby, double penetration. What?
I just suddenly got really hungry.
No, I love it.
Oh, she got hungry. She said, not awkward. She said she got hungry, not awkward.
Oh, that's funny. I'm sorry. I miss her. That's great.
That's hilarious.
Totally kidding, by
hell.
the way.
What else?
What
What else do you
really,
guys think
I
we
am
could cover?
hungry.
What?
Can I eat?
What else was I gonna tell you? What was I thinking? I was thinking I had like 2 topics lined up
Well, you were
when we finished.
talking about Vegas.
No,
And
no, there was something else.
What are you guys? I mean, New Year's is coming up. What's your resolutions? How are you feeling about 2012? This
think-
next year?
I think resolutions are silly.
You think resolutions are silly?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think they're good.
I think you should just like continue to try to better yourself all throughout the year. It's
Yeah,
not, it
but I
shouldn't
think
be, like, an
resolutions give the
excuse.
push. Resolutions are a good spark for people.
Or
They're
it's
like,
a good-
all right,
For some
they're like,
people,
all
I
right,
bet-
this year I'm gonna lose 20 pounds, or this year I'm gonna get that promotion, or this year I'm
Yeah,
gonna, you know,
well-
there's all sorts of goals that people go for resolutions, and it helps a lot of people.
Or
Yeah,
it's a
I
good
mean,
way
with
to-
a lot of people, it is. I mean, for me, I'm not one of those people. Like, I just constantly have goals, one after the other. So it's not like I need a specific day.
Taylor, you're
It's like a rollover.
Just the special one.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. What about you?
Me?
You got some resolutions?
Oh God, New Year's resolutions. Can't even talk. I don't know what I'm gonna do for New Year's or my resolutions for the new year. I think.
Partying, yeah.
Damn bullshit.
Yeah,
Fun,
just enjoy.
fun,
I think.
fun.
I think my main resolution is just to enjoy my life, or I guess the rest of it, and
Yeah, dude, 2012.
just prosper for the next year.
Live long and
For
prosper.
as long as you live.
For
you
as
know.
long as I live
Well,
till
good.
December 21st. Son of a
Yeah.
bitch, next year.
It's gonna get
So
you. At least we won't have to buy
what's
anybody
gonna
Christmas
happen, I
presents.
wonder?
This is gonna be the last
Hey,
year.
you're
If the
right.
world ends, this is gonna be the last year that we have to buy stupid Christmas
Oh,
presents
way to
for
make
all of
it-
our
way to make
family
it
and
positive.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
It's gonna be awesome because I'll be 21 for 2012.
Yeah, no, all of
That
us,
is
all of
true.
us.
I'm
will.
gonna
All of us
go
will be.
crazy. I'm gonna go nuts.
Oh, I want to go. Oh, we better be going to Vegas.
Play lots of
Dude,
pool,
Dude,
what's
okay,
do
happening?
lots of gambling.
Yeah, I'm gonna go nuts and learn where everything is, and then we all can go.
I know
and
where
I'll
everything
go.
is. It's okay.
Well, I'm gonna go again. And
Vegas is pretty small, to be honest.
It is. It's really tiny.
It's like easy to get
I've been
around.
there like six
Yeah,
times. It's
Walking the
super
strip is
easy.
sweet. Seeing
I
all
like
the
the old
shows.
strip. I think the old
Seeing
strip's
pirates
cool.
do backflips off of ships into water. Stuff
That's
like that.
so bomb.
Yeah, Mandalay
No,
Bay.
no, no. Love was cool.
Boom, da bang, diggy, diggy.
And there's magicians. That's like Magician Central, which is pretty cool.
I
They
think
just do it on the
Dude,
street.
that's
They'll
just-
come up,
Cirque du
they'll come up to
Soleil
you and
is
just blow your
cool,
mind.
Dude,
with a
people
snake
watching
and-
is the best in Las Vegas.
Oh my
You
gosh,
can't.
there's so
if you're a people
much.
watcher, dude, this is the best in the world. You can't.
There's some crazy.
LA
ass
is just as
people.
crazy.
Oh
4
my
hours of
god, it
chaos.
is.
LA
You
is
see
like
some
comparable.
Weird fucking people.
Ah,
I'd
big
say
cities.
Hollywood and Vegas are like really comparable because
New York.
there's
too.
a lot more homeless people. in LA.
Yeah, it's insane.
New York. What about New York? Brooklyn.
I've
I
never been
wanna
to New
go
York.
there
I've never
so
even been to the
bad.
East
My
Coast.
sister's
I'm
going.
going to Boston in 4
Cool.
months, which will be cool. I've never been to
I
Boston.
wanna
Would to go to Massachusetts?
Yes, I've never been
Neither have I.
to that part of the U.S. Actually,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
Traveling, yeah. Traveling in 4 days too. Are you guys doing any traveling? I know you're going to Vegas in May.
But that's it. I am not. I can't afford traveling anymore. It sucks.
Yeah.
It's just too much
Yeah.
expensive hobby.
Yep, it is. I just
Anyways,
don't have
Robby.
a life because I work and I have school, so I have till next August. And then next August, I can have as much of a life as I want.
Anyways, Robbie, where are you going here in a couple days on your fun trips?
Here in 4 days, I'm going to LA. It's not gonna be like something like
All right.
Disneyland. I'm going to like the IGAs. It's an awards show, so I need to get a suit in the next 3 days. I need
Really?
To get,
You
yeah,
have to
I have
wear
to
a
get
suit?
I have to get slacks. I have to get dress shoes, and I have to get a top.
You shouldn't do that. You should just go with like.
Go in fucking khakis.
You're gonna go in
No.
top hat.
Go in jeans
You're
and
gonna
a
You
top
should
hat
go
up?
in something hilarious. You should go like in a Modern Warfare 3-esque type thing.
That'd be
Or
awesome.
Show up in my Astros with my controller, like on a
Yes.
utility belt.
Dude, that would be hilarious.
like, "I'm ready."
Oh,
Man.
I would laugh so
That would be
hard.
pretty cool.
That would be odd.
You know what? You should go tripping on acid. So just do that.
I think I'm not gonna do that.
That's a good idea. How
think
many
I'll pass.
days?
Why don't
how
you
many
pull,
days
like,
are you
South
gonna be
Park?
there, by the way?
I'm gonna be there for 3 days.
You are not gonna sleep.
Thursday,
for,
Friday,
like,
and Saturday, and
those
then I have
3
to leave.
days.
I have to leave LA on Sunday morning at 6 a.m. and I'm gonna roll into here at 9 a.m. and I still haven't found out who's picking me up from here. Cause I know you
probably will be able to, but I don't know. But yeah, that's you're
You don't
gonna
work on
be
Sundays,
so tired.
right?
No, not normally.
You want to get me on at 9 in the morning
You're
from
gonna
the
pass
airport?
out my
Yeah,
car.
we'll have to figure it out.
I think that's when I'll be rolling in.
Yeah, I can do it.
All right, we'll
We'll
figure
have
that out.
I think you're probably
Because
gonna
she's
fall
giving me the
asleep.
ride to the airport, but I don't know where I'm going from the airport.
We'll figure it out.
But LA, yeah.
Wait,
no,
what
LA
time
is,
are you leaving, by the
LA
way?
is legit.
What time are you leaving?
So I'm at 1 p.m.
Oh, I can't give you. He's giving you a ride.
He works.
I can't,
I'm leaving
I
Thursday.
can't give you a ride.
That sucks. Shut up, though.
Okay,
this is a
we're done.
podcast. What do you guys want to talk about now? You wanna wrap this thing up?
It's up to you. It's your
All right.
podcast.
We've been talking for quite a while now. Is there anything on your mind, Josh?
Nah, I'm good. I mean, well, no.
We got about an hour and
Ooh.
23 minutes.
You want another little topic to finish off your podcast?
Yeah.
I'm having trouble.
Pedophiles.
Great topic.
That's funny. No, this is actually kind of one of those things where this is going to be a good ender. I don't know if I really want to be a part of YouTube anymore.
Oh, yeah, we didn't even talk about
Good
YouTube.
call.
So Fuzzamuzza, if you guys don't know, me and him have been making videos for 2.5 years together, at least, maybe more, since we really didn't put up videos for the first 3 months that we had Dazzles.
No.
But I mean, we've always made videos together. We bought our Dazzle capture cards together. We bought our PVRs together. We started our YouTube channels together, and like basically, Fuzza has a job now. He has other interests. He's trying to just chill here and live, and he's got a bunch of. I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but Fuzza is in some shit right now that he's gonna have to
Love
pay
the way
for
you
here
say
soon. And yeah, he's just I don't know. He's put up on and off videos like Skyrim and Gears, but he doesn't really have the will to, he doesn't want to play Call of Duty anymore, and I understand, like I understand, Josh, like this game.
I know you know.
We've been playing this series for so long and dealing with the bullshit for so long, and we know the ins and outs of YouTube and all the stupid shit that goes down and all the drama, like.
And it's just, dude, I don't know. I know it's not hitting anything for you, but it's gotten to me. I just can't do it anymore. I don't know. It's, I guess the pressure of just not being able to upload a video.
Don't you like creating things though? Like I know you love making videos because you made so many like interesting, unique videos. Like your
maybe it's just you don't want to.
But I just don't want to. I don't know. I just feel like I'm obligated to do it and make sure.
You like vlogging though, right? Like you like non-gaming related stuff. I think it's the gaming. Like
yeah,
you just don't want to sit around and play the games anymore. But you still like making videos and putting. You like putting out your opinion. You like letting people. You like entertaining people.
Yeah.
So I think you should keep doing that. Like people on YouTube still love you.
I know, but it's just so hard for me because I don't like to upload like once every week or whatever it is. I'd rather just kind of upload.
That's not that much. That's only 52 videos a year.
Well, thank you, sir.
Well,
that's nothing.
Well, and maybe you just like doing this.
Well, I don't.
Instead, like you like just sitting and.
Like, what do you like to do? What are your hobbies and activities right now?
Dude, I couldn't even list.
How are you putting your creative nature out there?
I don't know. Dude, honestly, it's...
He just needs to find something that he wants to
do. There's nothing.
You need to put passion into something,
Exactly.
Josh.
Gaming used to be my passion, and now I'm just out of it. I just lost my passion for gaming. So now I need to think of something new, and I'm starting to dabble into the thing of comedy. I've been writing stuff down lately.
Yeah.
I've been trying. I don't know.
Poker and MMA.
Yeah,
and
poker.
we need to work out. We need to go to the fucking gym tomorrow and get back working out.
Something that's been fun. And then
we need to start going to the gym like 4 times a week again.
Yeah,
We've been slacking.
Dude,
like
I've been
Thanksgiving, and then through then till now, we've just been like
and
triple cheeseburgers and hanging out
good.
and having a good time. But we need to get back to the gym because we were making good progress and we have fun every time we go to the gym. It's not like ever boring.
Yeah, but
because if you go to the gym by yourself, that's how people like lose their drive.
Yeah,
they don't want to just go and have it as something. But me and Josh, we just sit and bullshit and we have a good time every time. We make jokes. We're like the trolls of the gym already. We already are. Josh will grab the ropes and do this in front of everybody. I was like hanging upside down on this ab thing, and Josh got stuck in one of those ab trainers at the gym.
God.
Oh my god!
It's like one of those flip ups. I don't even remember what the fuck it was called, but yeah, flip me upside down. I had to scream for help.
Well, I don't know. You don't want to do YouTube anymore either. Like you don't want to make videos for because people want content from you.
I know,
and
but
there's a way for you to make money from it. There's a way for you to.
But see, that's not happening faster than I want it to. You know, like the thing.
The building up is hard, dude.
I'm
like
sick of even trying, and I don't want to worry about it. And the YouTube community feels like it's so saturated now with people that are doing the same thing that I'm doing.
Once people found out that they could be successful from it, it was just
blew up. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like that I don't feel like I have the same commentator talent then
You do. Shut
You
up.
do, you really
You're more
do.
you are funnier and more entertaining than 90% of any
You
YouTuber I've
But I
seriously
just don't
are.
have the drive to keep on doing it. I just can't put that same kind of content out every day. It
Well,
does
what
not
if-
happen for me.
I'm talking
I don't-
about like what if you just make it because yours is that you don't have any games that you want to like put a lot of time into and make a montage or whatever.
yeah.
You could just do vlogs. You could do a vlog channel, but you couldn't do it on your current channel because your channel is called Fuzzamuzza Gaming.
Yeah. I
You
guess,
know?
Yeah.
But if you did start a real life channel and we helped build it up and we got you your first 10,000 subs and shit and you got a partnership, like you could easily keep making funny and entertaining
yeah.
stuff.
I mean,
If you
because
want
we
to, but
we
your
love
idea.
doing pranks and we love doing like
We
you know
need to do
COD
more.
ventures and stuff like that. Like
That
that type of stuff is really fun.
yeah.
I think it's putting the money on it, maybe. Like, I mean, you've got so many other interests. Like, it's fine to put this on the back burner. It's not something that has to be.
But it's not free
like,
time.
Super
You
important.
can't say you don't have free time.
I know. I know I have free time, but all that free time spent not gaming,
Yeah.
which is why I'm not good at YouTube anymore because I'm not gaming. I just
Yeah, he's not even level 80.
I haven't even fucking
He
gotten
hasn't
like
even
past.
gotten max level on Modern Warfare 3 yet, which is crazy.
I know.
Usually Fuzzamuzza has 3 or 4 triples within the first month of a Call of Duty game.
Yeah.
And like getting ready to put out a montage. And now he just
I just
doesn't
lost
play.
it. I mean, because you want to know what the other thing for the clips part of it is? Dude, I watched a COD shot of the day. Some guy just jumps up, across the map, gets a no-scope triple on
Dome.
just dome. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, I quit. Dude, how is that even... How can I top that? How can I make a montage where... I mean...
Montages take so much time. It's so much grinding time.
There's so much...
I can get a gameplay in like the first 3 games.
There's so many people with HDPVRs. There's theater mode now. I mean, the clips that I could get that look amazing is because nobody else really could record. If you know what I mean. Like I felt like I could show off my skills because I mean I got stuff that was awesome. But now
Other people were getting
everyone
them, they just
now
didn't.
everyone can do it and show off the same shit. And I'm not. I don't feel like I'm that kind of.
Montages are definitely losing
Beast
their
Call of Duty.
luster.
I've lost.
People upload like 3 or 4 commentaries a day.
Yeah,
You'll
dude,
see.
there's
You won't
kids-
see a good montage unless they put months of work into it.
Yeah, but there's people younger than me doing better than me in the game now, and it makes me feel inadequate to gaming anymore. 'Cause
You really still like gaming though. We play League all the time.
Yeah, I know. I like having
you
the
like
competition.
I still fucking love Pac-Man and Hydro Thunder.
Yeah, all those games are like they're fun because they're
Gears.
Like, but I just
But the actual
The
like
YouTube
yeah
stuff
the
is-
grind of it and the work to put together YouTube videos. I feel you, but I do it for a living now. So
I know
it's like different for me.
It's awesome for you. I'm so glad you got to this point, man. It's amazing.
It's really weird.
I know it is.
I was broke as shit 2 years ago,
and now you're
living in a dorm. Made a video, my first setup video.
YouTube money.
With 300 subs, and I couldn't even afford to eat. We were on this program at the college where you would have to eat at the college and go to it was called the Schwag, and I would eat pizza and tacos and burgers, and that's all I would eat,
Swag.
just all the time. Schwag.
Swag. Swag.
How are you, Taylor?
Good.
Good.
You look fantastic tonight.
We started getting off on gaming and YouTube. How do you feel about YouTube? You
I
like
kind of zoned out
you've
for
made-
the past like 10 minutes.
you've made tons of girlfriend commentaries. You've probably done at least 50 or 60
Yeah,
commentaries.
you're more experienced commentator than most guys
Not
that do
even
this
very.
right now.
It's because we bullshit on camera. That's it. It's nothing really special. I guess.
It's total bullshit, guys.
Just I only have a few million views and like
Well, I
50,000
don't know,
subs.
like,
it's no
it's not-
big deal.
It's more like for fun, you know. I mean, I'm not.
Well,
gonna,
yeah, it's for fun.
I'm not gonna make this.
But you're
my
also
career,
you have an
so it's not
audience.
like-
You have like more than 3,000 Twitter followers.
I do.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
I definitely don't tweet ever.
Dude, okay, Twitter is the shit. I
Twitter
love
is
that.
the shit.
I
son.
I never tweet anymore.
Twitter.com/Muzzafuzza.
I never twiddle my twat off.
We're all on Twitter. You guys can follow us and do all that shit. I love Twitter, dude. Like I tweet at celebrities for days,
You
and eventually
do.
I get
You
responses.
get a lot of responses.
Like I've talked to a lot of celebrities. It's crazy.
Didn't you talk to George Carlin's daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
George Carlin's
super
like
cool.
my hero, like
Yeah.
the greatest comedian of all time, and like one
You
of the best
freaked
thinkers
out,
of all time.
Yeah,
And his daughter tweets me, so that's good.
that's cool.
And I tweeted Kumar from Harold and Kumar and a bunch of other random people. We found out Bruce Buffer plays Call of Duty.
It's time for Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah. That was really good.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
But man, you guys want to wrap this thing up?
I'm thinking it's a
getting
good time
late.
to
We talked
wrap it up,
we
put a
talked,
bow on it.
We talked about a ton of different topics. This is basically a great outline for what I want my podcast to be. Just a bunch of people who are friends. 3 people, because it's called the Trifecta Podcast. That's the name I've giving it. It was
You
either
are
that or
so smart.
I wanted something to do with triples or triforce or something with 3. Because I think
Ooh,
3
we
people
put-
is the best. Imagine if we had a 4th person. Like, it's
It's too
harder
crowded.
to. It's really harder to make sure who's talking and who's got the voice at the moment. So
Trifecta.
So the Trifecta podcast, we got our first episode out of the way. I hope you guys liked it and loved it and all that stuff. And I'm going to have this on YouTube, iTunes, and its own website, So this is going to be, it's all free. It's all legit.
You know what we need now? We
What?
need an intro and we need an outro.
I already got
An
things
outro?
ready. I already got things
Is that
ready.
what
We're
it's
going to have
really
intro
called?
music. We're going to have graphics.
Oh.
And we're also going to have, sponsors.
No shit.
So it's going to be legit.
and you're gonna have to do like a 10-minute
Wow.
commercial, like,
Maybe
like
not 10 minutes, maybe like a couple minutes. All I have to do is just say that the link's there. Click it if you want to help support the show. But
Yes.
this episode, you guys, was completely sponsor free. We wanted to keep it grassroots and just have fun with it. And I think it came out really well. We talked about a lot of good shit.
You're
Brought
good.
to you by Fuzzamuzza's tits.
Fuzzamuzza's man boobs. I'm feeling them right now, and they're
No.
Oh
they're,
wow, that
they're
was
great.
That made me
We need to
kind
get you
of
back on the bench.
uncomfortable.
Flex,
No,
flex,
no,
flex.
Oh,
No,
okay.
We're going
That
to
was-
work out tomorrow for
That
sure.
was cute.
But that was the Trifecta podcast with my girlfriend Taylor, my friend Muzzafuzza.
You almost made it.
Fail.
Who's this
Fail.
fucking guy in the Broncos
This
shirt,
fucking guy.
rocking the Tebow?
Go Broncos.
No? Yes.
Oh wow.
No, actually,
Maybe.
Royal. Close.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that was the podcast. We hope you guys loved it, and we will see you later.